Jono. Big shout out to Gareth McLaughlin, G Money, all the Apex Predator members that will be tuning in for this beautiful, insightful live stream. Now, of course, it is member only. I saw guys trying to get really excited. They're like, "Oh man, Darius, he opened the chat." Member only. Listen, if you want to become a member, go ahead, click the link that's pinned up there and become an Apex. And become an Apex Predator member. All right. Shout out to G Money, all you guys, man. Let's talk. And this live stream is a little later than it usually is, but let's get into this independent woman ordeal. Shout out to Dire Venom. Hey guys, make sure you support the stream. Because now I'm doing this live stream. I had like a few live streams that I could have did, but this one, shout out to Jude for contributing, kicking it off. It really, I really wanted to do this because a lot of guys, shout out to Terrell Torrance, shout out to the Brotherhood. A lot of guys think that women are like happy, right? Most dudes think, let's be honest, a lot of dudes in here think like, oh, women got it so good, man. They happy, everything's good. But what you guys fail to realize is what a woman desires. Matter of fact, what a woman craves. What if she gets validation from? Shout out to Mr. Peter. Great to see you, man. And we all know Apex Predator members, if you have any questions or calls, you like to call the show, anything like that, you know what to do. First come, first serve. I only take calls from Apex Predator members. I only take questions for Apex Predator members. So if you want to become a member, hey, the link is up there. If not, sit back wherever you may be and enjoy the stream. If you want to comment, you know what to do. So I was thinking, guys, and it made me laugh a little because today's women is more lonelier than ever. And how she gets her fix is by giving guys false hope. Right? Women get their fix by stringing guys along. And in the long run, it will never help them because we all know women do things from a short-term, short-sighted perspective. There's nothing much of long-term with anything that a woman does until she hits that proverbial wall that we all know. So for all you brothers in here that might be in your 30s, maybe in your 20s, however old you may be, 40s, 50s, just know that women have it far worse than you, than they lead you on to believe. I personally know women who have cried, literally tears, and they weren't tears of joy. They were crying because they were single. The single independent woman, she's truly not independent. She just goes to her job and she comes home and you know what she does? See, a lot of guys think that, oh, women just, they go home and no, women are lonely. This is why they're dog moms. This is why they're cat moms. Have you ever seen heard of like a dog dad or something like that, or a cat dad? Doesn't make any sense. You hear all types of cat moms and dog moms. That's because these women have bought into the narrative of feminism and they said, well, I'm going to get my job, which they can do whatever they want. I'm going to go to this little school and I'm going to get me a cat. And I'm going to get me a little dog. And I'm going to be single and independent. But something feminism that never told these women is what a woman craves and desires. Women need, and this is a profound truth that you guys really need to internalize. Women need, N-E-E-D, they need companionship. They need relationships. Single independent women with no kids in their 30s are miserable. Literally, they're miserable, Julian. Guys, I'm 32 years old. I know I don't look like it, but guys, women in their 30s, and the older she gets, the more miserable she's going to be. Because a woman, she gets her satisfaction off a relationship, off being in the, off. She gets her satisfaction off validation and attention, yeah. But ultimately, women want to use validation and attention to get a relationship. So all these independent women that you see running around, or women that's just like, oh yeah, that you might see on social media, lonely, miserable. Now they don't want to tell you this because they want to give you the illusion like they're enjoying life to the fullest. They want to give you the illusion like, oh, I'm living my best life. But trust me, I've dealt with a lot of single independent women, women who are chasing the bag and securing the bag. Guess what they wanted ultimately? And guess what their greatest fear was? What they really wanted was a freaking boyfriend or husband. A woman's greatest fear, a woman's greatest fear is not walking home at night. Guys, so don't let these women think like, oh, I'm scared to walk home at night by myself. A woman's greatest fear is being single with no boyfriend, no husband, or no companion. Julian Glasser said, I see 30-something-year-old women on social media calling themselves mommy to their cats. Literally. Women just, oh, I got a cat. Like, what the heck? You got a cat? John Ham, great to see you, brother. Thank you for contributing. He said, I watch their actions, not just their words. I only watch a woman's actions. I don't care about what she tells me. Because these women will run around. Women are very extremely manipulative. They will just tell you one thing, and then after that, they'll switch it up. And they'll do something the total opposite. Women are the biggest hypocrites on this, literally on this planet. They'll tell you, and we all know, oh, I like nice guys, but guess what they go for? Losers or bad boys. They say, oh, I like guys who are kind and generous, but guess what? They don't even have sex with guys who are kind and generous. They have sex with dudes who are straight savage, who don't care, who don't give them any money, who don't give them any resources. This is why once you understand women, you literally just laugh at them. Like, you just don't take them serious. I don't even take my main chick serious. And she's probably watching this show. Now, when I say I don't take her serious or don't take women serious, is I don't take their words serious. I take only their actions serious. So if she's telling me all this, oh, baby, hey, all this crazy, you're so handsome. Okay, come over to my place, let's hang out. Oh, I can't do it today. I'm so busy. See, your words mean nothing. They might tell you, oh, I'm so attracted to you. I like tall guys. Okay, when you free, you trying to come over to my place and hang out? Oh, I got to get to know you more. See, you playing games. And this is what single independent women, hey guys, this is what single independent women do. They're just, they just run around playing games. Because they want here's the kicker about single independent women. They want protection and a man's resources, but they don't want to fully submit to him. This is why, and this is a gem that I want you guys to listen to. Single independent women who've bought into this feminism narrative, they want a man's protection, money, resources, time, heck, attention, but they don't want to submit. This is why you see so many women on dating apps. Every woman on a dating app right now. Bumble, plenty of fish. Okay, Cupid, I think what, Tinder, I forgot. Every single woman on a dating app is single, independent, strong, but guess what they want? They want a hinge, there we go. They want a man's resources, they want a man's protection, they want a man to be there for them and give them everything that a traditional relationship will entail. But what they don't want to do is submit. This is why you always see, that's why you see all of these single independent women. Number one reason why women are single independent is because they don't want to submit and they don't want to follow a man. So they're bucking at every chance that they get. This is why this is why you see all these chicks that be on these dating apps and just in general. Like you might have exchanged numbers with them and then you talking to them and guess what? And then they just like, oh, they go away, they ghost you. That's because they're getting crumbs. I want you guys to listen to me. They're getting women that play games with you, that flake. They don't want to fully submit, because fully submitting means I have to show up where I said I was gonna be. But since I don't want to be a freaking lady and I want to buy into this alpha pseudo feminism stuff, I'm gonna flake off. I'm gonna cancel that date so I won't give him the impression that I'm a submissive woman that's cooperative. This is why I get any woman who plays any games, guys, you ain't submissive. I'm not playing your game. Guys, make sure you contribute to the Fiji Water Fund. Oh, I love being a man. We're going to break this stuff down today. Y'all understand? Guys, make sure to get a live stream a thumbs up. Stop looking at me. Stop just sitting here and looking at me like, oh, get a live stream a thumbs up. Just coming here and just looking. I'm in a live stream. That's why I make it member only live stream. Because 98% of you guys don't freaking give a thumbs up or nothing. We gonna eat tonight. We gonna eat tonight, yes sir. We gonna break this thing down, all the way down. And if you don't want to get me a live stream, you can go ahead and unsubscribe if you want. Hardhead. My uncle used to, my grandfather used to say that. Hardhead. That's why you miserable now. Looking at me, don't want to like the stream. Hardhead. That's why I cut out the comment section to only Apex Predator members. Hardhead. Go ahead, keep watching me. I love it. Shout out to Mr. Sono Jono supporting the Fiji Fund and the gems you give us. We gonna get this, man. We gonna take off tonight. Because this has been sitting in my notes for a while. Because a lot of guys are let me tell y'all this. Guys, when I do my hands like this, you know something about the drop. You know something about the drop right now. Here's why you shouldn't be upset because a woman ain't cooperating. Here's why you should actually be happy that a woman is playing hard to get, that she's not cooperating. I'll get to you in a second, brother. That she's not cooperating, that she's playing games, that she's, coming over, ain't having sex, that she's like, you should be happy. You know why? Because she's letting you know that she's not a submissive woman. So now you can move on. She's letting you know that this is why I'm single, because I want to make things hard on the guy as opposed to following his lead. Guys, let me tell you something. Every woman I've dealt with that was like, that we hit it off the first night, that everything was so smooth and effortless. You know why? Because they were feminine women and they respected and valued men. Shout out to Mr. David Quadri. Women want to settle down with the richest guy. Not necessarily. Well, that's what they want, but they're not gonna get that. Let's be honest. You got to think, David Quadri. How many men make $100,000 a year in this country? I'm just in the United States. Matter of fact, you guys look that up, man. Moderators, guys, Apex Predator members, check out how many men in the United States make $100,000 a year or more. Then I want y'all to look. I think it's like 14% of men are like 6 feet or taller. So just think about that delusion that women are walking around with. I think it's like maybe 6%, 7%. 6% of men in the United States makes $100,000 a year or more, something like that. And only like what 14% of men are like 6 feet or taller, and then like I think like 5 or 6% of men are like 6'2" or 6'3" or taller, something like that. But nevertheless, the odds are not in the woman's favor. So yes, she can say, "Oh, I want a rich guy. I want a guy who's wealthy." 9% make $100,000 a year. Just think of that. And these women are running around single, independent, but you know what they want? They ultimately want a man, but they are afraid to submit. This is why they play these games. Guys, I'm telling you, it's night and day when you get a woman that's going to submit. That just totally, this is why, like in this era, guys, it's going to get worse. When I say getting a submissive woman it's you got to go through a lot of trash and a lot of crap to get a submissive woman. Like when I say a lot of crap, man, like you guys have no idea. Some guys might look up on one submissive girl, and then boom, she rocking with him, she's sticking with him. But I'm telling you, unfortunately, guys, I got some horrible news. The vast majority of you men are gonna be dealing with headaches when it comes to women for your entire life, because you're gonna be meeting women who are strong and independent, who are single and independent. Which means she said, I sold my independence. Or excuse me. She said, I sold my right to be submissive and my right for a traditional relationship to be single and independent. Every woman that I met that was single and independent, their voice was kind of deep. Let me say that again. Every woman that I've met who was single and independent, their voices were deep. They were deeper than the average female's voice. They usually were single mothers. Not all of them, but most of them. And they were chronically single. This is why single independent women who say, I'm independent, I'm secure the bag, they're going to be chronically single because they don't want to submit. It's all about submission. Some of these single independent women, they got mustaches. I've dealt with women like that. They sit next to me, and I just kind of look to my left or right, and you can see the peach fuzz around their mouth. Guys, haven't you noticed the single independent women? When you really look at it, they have stubbles. I've been like at a facility or a place, and you can see just the hair and the stubbles on their face. That's because they bought into that single independent woman narrative. Now they're working and doing things like a man. So guess what? It's going to affect their bodies in a different way. All you women who don't want to submit and it's actually a ripoff, total ripoff. You got women who want protection, who want resources, who want all these different things, but they don't want to submit. They don't want to follow a man's lead. They want to play games. Get out of here. Guys, any woman who plays any sort of silly game, I just cut them off. I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to be around you because you're letting me know from the jump what type of individual you are. It's not natural for a woman to be uncooperative. It's not natural. Now, if she's not into you, okay, that's a different story. But it's not natural for a woman to be single her all through her 20s and 30s and 40s. Shout out to Mr. Gift Obi. They lose their femininity or reject it, literally. Single, independent, yet can't live without the attention or validation from men. Thank you. All these women are single and independent, but they can't stop posting selfies. I don't need no man. Yeah, but you need his attention, right? You need his validation. You need his comments. You need his admiration. You need his uh all these different things. It's laughable when it comes to these women, man. I know they suffering. Now, do I care per se? No, I want them to suffer. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Am I? I'm I'm not necessarily happy or sad they're suffering. I just know they're suffering. You know why? Because you know what a single independent woman does? What she does is she goes to her silly job. And let me say this, speaking of jobs, guys, these women ain't making bread like that. There's a statistic, and it's true. You know how much money women make per year in worldwide? Y'all know how much money women make? Go ahead, comment. I'll tell you how much money women make, and versus how much they spend. No, I mean just globally, worldwide, like every single woman, like put together. How you know how much money they make globally versus how much they actually spend? This is how you know women ain't no not millions. We got to go up a little higher, Ralphie. They make 18. Women make $18 trillion globally. That's every woman on this planet. $18 trillion globally. You know how much they spend? This is facts. You can go look it up. Women spend $28 trillion. So they make 18 trillion, but they're spending 28 trillion. Now, some of you might say, "Man, Darius, that's crazy. Where they getting the money from? They got all this student loan debt." It ain't student loan debt. Because student loan debt is not about spending. What do you think they spending the money? If female women worldwide, and you can look this up online, they make 18 trillion their income worldwide, but they're spending 28 trillion. They're spending 10 more trillion dollars than they actually make. Where are they getting the money from? I should say not where they're spending it. Where are they getting the extra 10 trillion dollars from? Jeff is right. From men. They're getting the money from, well, not from me, but they're getting the money from men. This is the single one. See, single independent women, they still want to do their own thing, but some way, shape, form, or fashion, they're going to come right back around and they're going to try to get something from a guy. Resources, money. Every single woman. Call the show 630-618-7110. I went to get calls because last live stream I didn't take any calls. Oh, the calls are only from Apex Predator members. So any Apex Predator member, make sure you put your last 4 digits in the chat right here so I can know which call to pick up. I don't want to pick any calls up from individuals that's not Apex Predator member. All right, 2918, cool. Call the show, Mr. Quadri. See, this is the benefits of you becoming a member. You get to talk to me, and you get your questions answered. But you're not a member. This is the suffering you must endure. $28 trillion, but they make 18 trillion. That means they spending men's money. That means they're not really independent. Women, here's what I never met. I never met a woman whose car, inside of her car was clean, number one. I never met a woman who the inside of her bathroom was squeaky clean. And 3, I've never met a woman who was good with money or was good at managing money or saving. I personally never met a woman like that. That's because they need men that's going to manage them. Single and independent women are broken and losing because what they want is a boyfriend, companionship, somebody to hold hands with. Guys, have you ever been out with a woman? Maybe y'all holding hands, maybe at the mall or someplace. Y'all out somewhere, y'all going out and about and walking together, and you might see a group of single women. You can tell they're single. It's about it's about probably three, four, or five of them, and then they looking at you with this little glare, and they just that's because women don't like being single. Women can talk about on all these chat forums and articles. Enjoy yourself being single. Women don't like being single. Guys, just like we be on the hunt and trying to smash chicks, let's be honest. We trying to get different numbers. We trying to hook up and smash chicks. Guess what women are trying to do? They're seeking out resources and a relationship. They're seeking out companionship. And here's the kicker about these women today. They ain't gonna. It's funny. Excuse me. I find it really funny that women don't like when guys approach them. Well, the guys that they're not attracted to, but they don't want to do any approaching. Like, isn't that crazy, guys? You got women that say, "Oh, all these guys are approaching me. They're always direct messaging me. They're always DMing me. They're always trying to talk to me. I don't like them. I'm tired of it. So why don't you approach the guys that you like?" "Oh, I don't want to do that. That's the man's job." Most single independent women are on anxiety and depression medication. I've hooked up and I talked to so many women who was on anxiety, depression medication. That's because it's not normal for a woman to be single and alone. It's not even normal for a woman to date around. This is why, guys, you see on dating apps, like this is why dating apps are is the worst, one of the worst inventions ever. Because you got women who are going against their biological imperative, sleeping around with this guy, talking to this guy, getting money from this guy, going to they just dating, talking to 5, 6, 10 different dudes. This is why, guys, we all talk to women and they just all of a sudden ghost you. You're like, what's wrong? What did I do? They can never stick to a guy. Just think about all the tactics that you try to employ. You try to work hard. And a lot of guys think it's on them. You try to, beef up and do what you got to do. You hit the gym, you working on your purpose. You're like, man, guess what? Women still playing games. You start to think like, man, maybe my game off. Your game is not off. You know who's off? It's these women that are off. When you give an individual when you give a creature like a woman freedom, she gonna mess up 99.9% of the time. Every woman that's left me, I know they miserable. Because if you leave me, and I'm an apex predator alpha male, and I'm actually here to give you light and guidance as a man, where you gonna go? Tell me where you. Now, I'm not here to beat my chest and say, yeah, I'm the tough. But let's be honest. If you're there giving a woman instruction, leadership, guidance, protection, and she just up and leave and loses interest, whatever, she miserable. Miserable. Lonely. I never forget. This is a true story. I was dealing with this chick. She was, I think she was white and Mexican, something like that. Many, many years ago, right? True story. And we get together and everything, and we hang out a couple times. And I remember she just started to get a little attitude. She started that like just be on some just goofiness. I'm like, what? Why you ain't? I'm just like, why just you play like you difficult. And I'm trying to guide her and give her some wisdom. And I remember she was sitting in my passenger seat, and I'm like, listen, man, if you want this to work out, like straight up, you can't be doing all this goof. I'm just trying, just giving her straight up wisdom, heart to heart, man to a female, man to a woman. And she just like, then she go in her house, everything. Then she, it just fizzled out. It was whatever. It was over with. About, I kid you not, guys, about maybe a year later after that, I thought I stopped dealing with her. Guess where I see her? I see her at Walmart, not shopping. Now, granted, this is a woman who's probably in her mid 20s. She's at Walmart sitting down. Now, she has a job. Okay, fine. But the kicker was, I'm walking. I look at her. I'm like, who's that? I'm like, oh, and I, turn my head and I go by the vitamins and everything because I'm getting some vitamins, for my immune system. And she sneaks over by me. She said, "Hey, Darius, hey, what's up?" And clearly, I can see the Walmart vest, and I'm like, "Okay, no, I'm doing pretty good. What's up?" She's like, "How you been?" I'm like, "I've been good." She's like, "Oh, okay. You know." She's like, "What you up to now?" Just shopping. And I'm just kind of blowing off a little bit. She's like, "Hey, um, I know things didn't go well with us before, but I just want to apologize." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, I guess she said, "Hey, you might give me a ride home?" I'm sitting there like, and she knew that like her hand was caught in a cookie jar. And she goes and she sits back down. Maybe she got a ride. Maybe she took the bus. I don't know. But this is what single and independent looks like. All these women that's running around with these silly jobs. Guys, let me say this. I'm going to be honest. These women ain't getting bread like that. You understand me? Let me tell y'all something. They ain't getting money like that, man. And this thing, the money that they do get, women are horrible at managing money. Shout out to Rob Parks Jr. Great to see you, my brother. So when women spend, like when women get their check, okay, they make sure if they got a little apartment, they got a roof over their head and they pay the bills. Usually they live with a roommate. I've rarely met a woman who actually had her own place. She didn't even try to sell it very well. Yeah. Shout out to my love elephant. Like guys, be honest, guys. Y'all might be talking to women or dating women. Like it's rare that a woman actually has her own place. I'm talking to this one female. She was like, "Oh, I'm waiting on my my grandmother and grandfather to die so I can take over this place because they're gonna give me the house." Like she straight up said that. I'm waiting on my grandmother and grandfather to die because her grandfather was already in a nursing home, but her grandmother was at the house taking care of her grandmother, and she's like, "I'm waiting on them to die." Like it was nothing. Just so they can leech. Just so she don't have to just so she don't have to be under a man's uh, guidance, under a man's leadership. Just think of that, guys. A woman waiting on a family member to die that's close to them, that's of kin, so they can get the house so they don't have to live on it and listen to a man. But all in all, these women are miserable. Because here's the thing, even if I don't know what happened to the chick, even if she got the house, guess what? She's still going to be miserable because she's still going to be alone. And even if she happened to manage to get a man, see, single independent women, guys, this is why you shouldn't be upset when a woman like leaves you or rejects you. Because there's a high chance, guys, let me say this, women can sense your masculinity. They can sense your authority. They can sense your leadership. See, this is next level stuff that I'm about to give you, man. Every woman that you encounter, they can sense your leadership. They can sense everything about you. They can sense the alpha. So what happens is they're interested, but they're like, man, I'm kind of scared because I ain't trying to relinquish my freedom, my independence. I ain't trying to submit like that. This is why, guys, you are like hook up with a girl, y'all go on like a couple dates, and then uh, she's like, "Oh, I'm out of here," and y'all don't have sex. That's because she doesn't want to fully relinquish her independence and give you her body, which is the ultimate form of a woman submitting to you. Well, I should say the first. One of the top forms of a woman submitting to you is her opening her legs and taking her clothes off and giving you her body. So you know when she doesn't do it. You know when she says, oh, we should get to know each other more. Yep, you ain't trying to submit. See you later. Guys, I've gotten rid of, oh my God. I just like got rid of so many women, man. Like it's guys, countless. I mean, when I say countless, I feel like I got rid of like hundreds of women in my life. Just because they was, you can tell they just on some stupid games, silliness, trying to get you to chase after them, trying to get you to submit. Shout out to Mr. Brown Hornet. Great to see you, brother. Thank you for contributing. Literally, guys. And guys, make sure everybody likes the stream. Let's get to 200 likes in here. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like to contribute via PayPal or Cash App, all 100% proceeds will go to me. There's the link. Or Venmo. Support me on this wonderful Tuesday. This is why, like, when females like play games, it just turn off, and it's a turn off to a masculine guy. And back to what I was gonna say a couple minutes ago, the women who are single and independent, the type of guys they attract and get are the guys who are beta and losers. Like they need somebody to rely on them. And here's the funny thing. When a woman is single and independent, the type of guy she chooses, she knows he's not alpha. She knows that he doesn't know his full worth. So she doesn't have to fully submit to him and listen to him. Why y'all think black women always go for losers? Just think, like all these black women, they just go for losers. Like you telling me there's not any black men that's like not incarcerated. There's not any black men that's not bums. That doesn't make any money. No, you know what? Black women love loser trash men who are in the streets, pants sagging down, drug dealers. Guys are literally that are not free. Dudes wearing ankle monitors. I remember I talked to this friend. She's like, "Yeah, my ex-boyfriend, he was on house arrest for 3 years. Where do you live? Oh, he just stayed with me." You see what I'm saying? You start thinking like, this is a pattern. Now I know a lot of black men who are actually free, who are on a path of positivity, but somehow black women just automatically continue. Now, okay, here's the thing. If they want to talk about swag and all this other silliness, yeah, he got some swag. Listen, what it's really about is about you being a black woman want a hyper masculine man who's ready to fight anybody. This is why you see black women. Now, there's a lot of other women in other ethnicities. What they'll do is ain't no good man left, and they continue to go for a certain type of guy. And that guy is usually a freaking loser. This is why, me personally, and as a black man, I'll speak for myself, being in a dating game and being out there in the field like that, it can be very challenging because the reputation that's out there for black men, for most of us, is hyper masculine, destructive, running the streets, and a lot of different stuff. Can't carry himself well. So I had to literally fight through all that when I'm out there interacting with women. Straight up. Shout out to Mr. Harrison for contributing. Thank you, brother. Because black women, what they used to, and what other, like, even if she's a white chick or a Spanish chick, there's a 99.9% chance she's been with hyper masculine guys who are in the streets, this, and that. Love said, I'm not quite at six figures. I'm almost there. And I can say I had more success with black women when I was dusty. Yeah. Like if you're a loser, I'll never forget this one female. Like, she was a black chick. She's a good looking girl. And she was just telling me like the type of guy she'd been with. And I remember she was like, yeah, I was with this one dude. He lived with his mom. And y'all know I like to get a lot of intel just to, bring it back to y'all. Just to talk. And she was like, yeah, I was with this one guy for like 3 years. He lived with his mom. And I'm like, did he work really? He's like, no, he didn't really work. I'm like, so you with him for that long? She was like, yeah, I was hoping he'd get something together, but I'm like, so how did y'all, and I was like, how did y'all hang out? She was like, oh, I used to go to his house and pick him up sometime. I'm like, I'm like, do you know if he has his own place? I'm like, last time I checked out, he wasn't really about doing nothing. She was like, yeah, I bought him his weed sometimes. I bought him, and I was thinking in my head, like, I was like, and when you sit there, you're like, this is just, these single independent women, they love low down bombs. Like, guys, for all you guys who like maybe into black women, all you have to be is a bomb. Like, all you have to be is a bomb. Like, tell a female, I ain't working right now. I don't got, black female in particular. I don't got no money like that. Dude, she's gonna be on you. Because if you tell a black female, I got this going, I work full time, I got this, I got my own place, I got this, she's gonna say, oh man, I can't. Even she don't have to be black. She can just be a single independent woman. And you can tell with these feminist type of chicks, you can just tell how they act. You can just tell. So when you start telling them about the things you have going on, what's going to happen is the single independent woman, she's not going to submit because she's like, man, because if I do, then I gotta listen to him, and I can't do that. All that she's worked for in her life to be single and free, all that she's grinded to do and to not be under man, all of a sudden she's gonna submit to you. Guys, this is why a lot of them reject y'all, man. Straight up and down. You understand? This is why women reject you for the most part. And it's not because you're not alpha enough. It's not because you don't have a job. Not because you don't work out. It's because matter of fact, I had women reject me because I worked out. That's because they saw that I had discipline. They realized that I had a strict regimen. And women who are single and independent, they don't want to be with a man with a strict regimen that has positive things going on, because they want to get off work and tell that man what to do. They want to get off work and say, well, and they want to talk down to him. David Quadri said, white women, you better have your stuff together. Yeah, but here's the thing, you should already have your stuff together anyway. Whether she's white, black, Hispanic, Asian, you should have your stuff together. Guys, you can get your stuff together in less than 90 days. Literally, you can get your life together completely in less than 90 days. It's easy for us men to do. I can say less than 60 days if you really on your grind. I usually see single independent women with submissive beta guys making way less money than them. Yeah. And that's what they want, because they want to be dominant. Because they know that beta weak guy, guess what? He can't go nowhere. That weak beta loser, she know, oh, he's always gonna be here. Now, if she dealt with me, then I'll get rid of you. That's what women fear. They fear a guy knowing his worth and able to get rid of her. They fear that stuff, man. This is why I'm being honest. This is why a lot of women that you deal with, they're attracted to you, yeah, but then they're like, then they start realizing what you're about. Then they just, let me drift away. Because if I let them realize that I'm not that submissive type of girl, then you know what? He gonna get rid of me. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna get rid of you. So what they do, they just reject you before anything. Bombs. Shout out to Mr. Tennessee 101. Fiji Water Fund, keep dropping these gems. Salute to the brotherhood. Thank you, Mr. Tennessee 101. Guys, make sure you donate to the Fiji Water Fund. Cheers to a healthy lifestyle. Beautiful day to be a man, huh? I love progress. I love discipline. Single independent women, they don't want their men to progress and be disciplined. They want their men to be sporadic, hyper masculine, over emotional, and ready to fight. Sounds like they're playing at being a man. Of course. These women love being men. Guys, make sure you like the stream, man. We're going to take some calls. And guys, if you want to become an Apex Predator member, I'll put the link up. If you want to comment, if you want to be a part of something special, there's the link. You see all these guys commenting in green, $9.99 a month. You're not just supporting me, but I'm supporting you. Check out the perks. Also, if you're a member, I give you a follow back on Twitter and Instagram as well. And yes, we'll be doing member-only live streams from here to Jesus come back, or whoever the God is or higher power comes back. Hold your pants, David. Darius will get you, dude. Yeah, what's your last 4 digits, David? Got my heart broke today from simping. What got what I deserve? How to do? Call the show, David. Y'all, hey, you guys put your last 4 digits because I don't want nobody else calling. Only Apex Predator members call. We don't want the lines, you know. So what's your last 4 digits of your the number you calling from? Give me a call, Apex Predator members. Guys, make sure y'all get a stream of thumbs up. Shout out to Blackjack Kabuto. Thank you, Mr. Tennessee 101, for contributing as well. Yeah, y'all gotta realize these single independent women, guys, I'm gonna be honest, man. These women reject you because they sense the alpha in you. It ain't all about your mouthpiece. It ain't all about like, oh man, maybe I didn't say the right things. No, a lot of the times these women are like, oh, I want more of a guy who is more passive, more weak, a guy who's not direct. This is why guys, like on dating apps, if y'all still on those trashy, crappy things, dating apps are filled. 99.9% of women on dating apps, not just overweight, they're not just single mothers, but they're women who are not submissive. Because if they were submissive, they wouldn't be on a dating app. They would be taken already. They would have a boyfriend. They would have a man. Now here's the thing. They have opportunities to get a man who's masculine on a dating app. They have opportunities to get a man who's of quality. But you know what they do? They say, oh, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to stay on these dating apps because I just want free attention. I just want a guy to buy me stuff. They ain't trying to submit. That's why I got off those dating apps. Get off that mess, man. You start looking at just like, man, I suck. Man, you got all these. Here's the thing. Let me say this. If a woman is submissive and she wants a quality man, she can't be overweight. It doesn't make sense for a man to be disciplined, to have his life together, and to be with an overweight woman. It makes no sense. This is why overweight women love men who are broke, who are weak. You would never see me with no overweight woman walking around here. This is why single mothers, women with multiple kids, you know what they got going on? They're always looking for a weaker guy because that weaker guy won't put their children in their place. A single mothers, they can't allow a alpha masculine like myself to be around. Matter of fact, that wouldn't be my place anyway. But they can't go for a guy like myself because they know that, man, I'm going to have to totally submit, and my children will have to listen. My children will have to follow his lead. I'm going to have to give all my independence up. And his thing, she became a single mother for a reason, because she wanted a life of being independent and free. Guys, let me tell you something. These women, they have children by bums for a reason. These women have bums by, these women have children by bums and losers for a reason, intentionally. Don't think, oh, well, man, these dudes, you know, oh, man. No, these women intentionally choose these dudes to get knocked up by because they know that they will have control. But then they that's why you see a lot of all these single mothers, when they get like close to 30 and 35, 40, they're like, oh, I want a real man. I'm done with games. Now you done with games. Oh, all of a sudden you want a good quality man now. All of a sudden you want a guy who is on his purpose. All of a sudden you want a God-feared man now. Yeah, because they know that bum who impregnated him wasn't disciplined, wasn't able to be relied on, and he was a flat out nobody. He had no direction. All of a sudden they have, notice that, guys, all of a sudden, guys, I got a post I'm going to put. This female, I don't know how she was on my friends list on Facebook. Ooh, I'm about to eat. I'm about to drop it on the Patreon soon. I'm just going to put it on the Patreon. I'm about to eat. I'm about to go in. Because seriously, this female, it's so funny how women operate, man. Like, y'all would, like, it's amazing. Straight up and down, this female was like, anyway, if I showed you I showed you it. She's literally in the club. Oh my God, man. Like, that's how you know female. Oh my God, dude. And I seen this like, what, a day ago. I'm put it on the Patreon to do a full review of it. But this female, she's at a club and she's dressed literally in a skirt that's literally half her thigh. And it's all tight. Everything is pushed up. I mean, literally, she looks like a straight freak. Like, just promiscuous. And then on like a split image, so that image of her being in the club is on the right. And the split image of in a skimpy dress, the image on the side, like kind of like a before and after, it says a year later, basically, now she's preaching. Now she's in church with a microphone. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this? Press 1 if you can. Look at this. This is on my... Do y'all see the promiscuous woman right here in a skirt? And now you see her right here preaching in church, ministering with a microphone. Y'all see this? Press 1 if y'all see this, man. Talking about I changed. Yeah, she thick, of course. But guess what? Now she changed. Oh, let me see. Mother, servant, preacher. All of a sudden, you a servant and you a preacher. For starters, women are supposed to be preaching anyway. Women are supposed to be teaching in the church anyway, but that's another subject. You got these women out here preaching and teaching in the church. Stuff brazy, man. Straight up and down. Talking about last night I stood with a new boldness and new grace. God wrecked us. Matthew chapter 26, 36. Man, get out of here with that crap, man. This is my own battle to that church stuff. Hashtag I preach Jesus. But literally, you're in this picture, and I don't want to do this no more, man. I don't want to do this crap no more, man. I ain't doing this. This is sick, dude. This is sick, man. Does anybody not see something wrong with that crap? And guess what? She gonna catch an idiot. Just think of this. Like you go to this female's profile or on Facebook or wherever, and I'm gonna read the caption off. You see, she's like, she used to be a freak, but now she's in church preaching with a microphone like a year later. You're like, man, can I get that type of girl? Oh, I ain't that type of girl no more. I don't get out like, I don't do that. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God now. Like just think of that. She says the caption, I wasn't gonna do it, but this is my then and now. So this is her then. If y'all can see, this is her then, and this is her now. It says, my then wasn't too long ago. And she put parentheses 1 year. No doubt at the club, drinking and smoking and doing everything else. And leaving to go be with my dope boyfriend. That was my routine, okay? My now, only God could turn what was once a mess into a beautiful masterpiece. Oh yeah, she's a single mother too. Forgot to tell y'all that. She turned a new leaf. This is why, guys, man, get all these females that be trying to like, oh, I don't get out like that no more. No, man. This is why I tell y'all, man, if we ain't hooking up on the first night, if we ain't having sex on the first night, I don't care. I seen a content creator on YouTube too. He tried to talking about if a girl has sex with this how gullible and stupid a lot of men are. It was a content creator on YouTube that dropped a video. I ain't gonna say his name because we won't promote nobody. He straight up was like, and tell me if, yeah, this is delusional. He said, if I have sex with a girl on the first night, then she's not worth the base, or she's like ill. He's like, oh, if I have sex with a woman on the first night, it's a huge red flag. Here's the thing. Let's break this down. For all you guys that's listening, that's talking about if I have sex with a girl on the first night, forget that, man. That's a red flag. No, it's not. Because that shows you that she's submitting to you, stupid. No, it wasn't Derek Jackson. It was somebody else. Here's why you should shoot and you should have sex with a woman on the first night. Let me break it down. Number one, if she's in, excuse me, I got to put it in different terms for most of you because a lot of you guys can't really comprehend what I'm about to tell you. Here's why I tell guys, if she don't have sex with you on the first night, cut her loose. Because number one, what it means is when a woman gives you her body, that means she's fully submitting to you, number one. So if she doesn't do that, she ain't fully submitting. I don't care what she tell you. Number two, If that woman's celebrity crush was, let's say, LeBron James or Chris Brown or Drake or Idris Elba or whoever, if her celebrity crush said, "Hey, I'm gonna be in town tomorrow. Come to my hotel. Let's hang out." Do you think that girl is gonna say, "Oh, okay, but I don't have sex on the first night"? Oh, I don't have sex on the first night like that with a dude. Yeah, Drake, we can hang out, but I ain't putting out like that. Matter of fact, that wouldn't even cross her freaking lips. That wouldn't even cross her mind. Matter of fact, she'll bring a friend or two with her. Matter of fact, about 5, 6 friends. And they'll all be in that naked. That's number 2. Number 3. Why would you hang out with a woman if y'all ain't having sex on the first night? If y'all not having sex anyway. What are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Because I talked to a lot of women, and I've been with a lot of women who had sex, who like went out to dinner with a dude the previous night, and then guess what? They at my house, we hanging out, we hooking up, free of charge. Don't think women don't get out like that. Don't think women are like going on a date with you and say, "Oh, I want to go out and yeah, we're gonna have a good time." And you gonna give her a hug and a kiss and say, "All right, I'll see you later." And you try to treat her like she's some traditional 1940 woman. Oh, this is the 1930s. No, these women got smartphones. These women got a phone full of dudes. So if you think that these women ain't getting down, they are women like and women like sex. Now they like it from a guy if they get something from it, validation, attention, like I said before in the previous video. But if you think women ain't having sex, you are sadly mistaken. And if you try to pity pat your way and say, "Well, let's wait for 3, 4 dates," you already want to have sex, silly. What are you waiting on? And this is why a lot of females friend zone y'all, and they use you as for food, and they use you as a guy to talk to because you don't make the move. This is a post right here, straight up telling you. Y'all see her before and after? You see her right here? She's in a skimpy skirt. This is a year ago. Look good, don't you, huh? Look good, huh? Now she clothed in white with a microphone in her hand trying to teach the word of God. And y'all talking about some, "Oh man, yeah, I'll wait, man. Let's take it slow. Let's get to know each other." Yeah, you think when she went to the club right here, she trying to get to know a dude? You think she thinking about the word of God? You think in this picture right here, she thinking about taking it slow? She ain't trying to find no husband in this skirt. She trying to find a sucker in this dress with this microphone. Talking about she done changed her ways. This is why I told you I don't like dealing with these. I said for a fact that I made videos and guys trying to do reactions to it. I'm not dating no woman over 30. I'm not dealing with no woman that's 30 years old or older. Now, if we smash her here, that's fine. Because women that's 30 years old and older, what happens is they try to act like, "Oh, I'm in church now. I'm a God-fearing woman." How you God-fearing? You be telling you believe in God and you want a God-fearing man after you become a single mother? That's kind of odd. You're a God-fearing woman and you read the word of God now that you're a single mother. Now that you're 30, 32, 35 years old, now you want to trust on God. Now you want to read the books of the Bible. Now you want to start quoting scriptures. Now all of a sudden you know every book of the Bible by heart. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua. You think? Listen, trust me. I know the how the Bible goes. I know tons of scriptures in there, more than the average person. I'm not buying that silly crap. single independent. Get that mess out of here, man. And I'm going to stick by what I say because I know how these females get out. Jared's about to get his Joel Osteen. Joel Osteen, a hustler too, man. Joel Osteen is a hustler. I took a few pages from his book. Uh, Kane says, I dated a woman over 30. She was a good woman. She was into me and gave me sex anytime. No kids, never married. Few partners, which I could tell was true due to her inexperience. Here's the thing, Kane. A lot of women today play like they inexperienced. Trust me, women do that stuff too. Here's the thing, Kane. You got to realize, no kids, never married. How do you, look, guys? Let me tell you something. When the women meet you and they really like you, a woman will never, ever, like, I think I had like a couple women in my life tell me how many dudes she's been with. I was with this female. She was 21. She said she had been with 50 dudes before. She had been with 50 dudes. Straight up and down. I was with this female, like I said, her name was Rachel. She had said she had been with like 30 something dudes. Like straight up, man. So guys, you gotta realize these women, they'll tell you I only had sex with 4 dudes. I only had sex with 5 dudes. I've been single for 6 months. I had this one female tell me, oh, I ain't been in a relationship for 5 years. I've been celibate. Get out of here, man. You ain't about to sell me that freaking dream. These females always trying to get some provider. Let me provide. If I want to provide, if I want to give to you, if I want to be that type of guy that's going to offer you protection and provisions and a roof over your head, let me do that on my own merit. Don't try to coerce me and trick me into say, oh, I'm a good woman. Every single woman that you encounter in your life has been ran through. Even KC in the live stream, she been ran through. And she an Apex Predator member. She's been with a lot of guys. She's dated a lot of guys. And she donates. Guess what? KC has been ran through. All these females has been ran through. Period. But guess what? They ain't gonna tell you that. I know that. You know what they're going to tell you? Oh, I'm looking for... Women are excellent. Ooh, they good at putting on that mask. They wear makeup freaking every single day of their life. Their adult life. So they'll put on makeup and they'll put on the mask and say, oh, I'm looking for a God-fearing man. I'm looking for a relationship now. How about you a single mother? How about you in your 30s? Why are you looking for a relationship and you are in your 40s? You are past your prime. No, what you're looking for is a sucker. And you're not gonna get me. I'm gonna train as many men as I can until YouTube gets rid of me. I'm gonna tell y'all how it is. These women have been getting down and they gonna get down while they with you. And they're going to leave you and they're going to continue to get down. All of them freaks. They just not a freak with you. The reason why they're not a freak with you is because you try to come at them. Let's go on some dates. I ain't take you on no dates. I ain't took no woman on no date in years. In years. Got these females running around here getting their butt busted. Dudes busting in their face. And here you are holding her hand, taking on dates. No, let's get to know. She's going to tell you, oh, let's get to know each other. This is how slick women are. Hey, let's get to know each other more. Here's the favorite line. Here's what black women, the line a lot of women love. I'm dating with a purpose. Now you dating with a purpose. See, the only time women will date with a purpose is when they're in need. When they know that, man, I'm tired of working. Because, guys, you got to understand, there's a certain age where a woman will get tired of working. And that's usually, I notice, when it's like 30 years old. Haven't y'all noticed that, guys? When a woman's like 30, it's usually like close to 35, like 35 years old, she's tired of working. Now, all of a sudden, she wants a good man. See, she went all of her 20s working at different places and doing these different things. Now, all of a sudden, when they get 30, 35, oh, I'm dating with a purpose now. Get out of here with that, man. I ain't dating with no purpose. I'm not going to let you get my man. Any woman that's watching this, I'm not going to let you get my guys. I'm going to I'm going to talk about the mess that y'all do. Because I want my guys to win. I want the guys who subscribe to me, who listen to me every week, every year. I want them to win. I don't want them to get caught in y'all web of deceit and manipulation and trickery and exploitation. They single and independent until it's time for them to receive something. Now they a damsel in distress. What did Casey say? By the way, my mysterious finally reached out, asked to hang out, said no taking some time off. Thank you, dearest. What you say no thank you for? You the one that was like, let's hang out. And you taking some time off. What you mean taking time off? What you gonna do? Casey, you gotta realize when you say I'm taking time off, what that means is I'm just gonna get a better game plan for the next guy. You ain't taking no time off for nothing great, Casey. Trust me, you apex predator member, but I'm gonna give you the truth too. You're not taking no time off. I know females. Women don't take time off. They just hop to the next guy. Now they'll come with a better game plan. Now what you should do is you should get back in touch with him and say, hey, let's hang out. You're getting too old for this mess. Stop playing games with him. And there's more to the story, of course. Michael Silundika, fresh meat only. That's why I wanted you to call the show, KC, because I want to ask you questions. Because here's the thing, when a woman comments, it's usually, or she has something to say, it's usually something like, he was, he did this to me. Oh, I see, when you talk to me, when anybody calls a show, I ask specific questions because I know how to dig it out. You ain't taking no time off. Shout out to KC. She's Apex Predator. Remember, she's a female. A token, the facts you speak, dear, is truth hurt. Shout out to Mr. Amazed. These females can't help their nature even when you expose and agree with, and they agree with you. Man, guys, I'm gonna be straight up and down with y'all. And this is me. This is coming from a guy who actually, I say I enjoy women. I enjoy when they submit, and we have sex, I enjoy submissive women. I don't necessarily like just enjoy women. But let me tell y'all something, man. The vast majority of women you're gonna encounter in your life, they don't want to submit, they don't want to listen, they don't want to follow your lead, but they want your attention and protection and your resources. That's it. And this is the vast majority. The vast majority. Like coming across a quality female who ain't on no silliness. And that's straight up, like, guys, man. I remember it was a period like a couple years ago. I noticed I was just dealing with, I was like approaching women. I was dealing with women. I kept meeting like a lot of them that was on some silliness. Like I'm like, come on, man. Like it was a string of women who just on some foolishness. And I'm like, yo, man. And that's what's gonna happen. You guys, you're gonna meet a lot of women who just like, here's what women are on this earth to do, pretty much. What they do. They just hopping from guy to guy. and then they just leading dudes on playing games. Like it's just one female in my gym, and every time I go there or not, but I'm working out or everything, and she's always looking at me, like straight up, like, and I can sense that it's a trap. She like in her early to mid 20s, but I can sense that it's a thirst trap because I'm running on the treadmill, getting things going, and I'm doing the exercise like she comes around and she like looks, and those type of chicks I can just it's in my spirit because I can sense and I know when it's a trap because I know if I was trying to say, hey, what's up, hey, how you doing? My name is Darius. What's your name? Oh, yeah. And she doing some. I can tell it's just some goofiness. So you're gonna see a lot of women who's gonna be doing that stuff, who are just looking for attention. Let me tell you something, man. Single, independent women, they are lost souls. They are lost. They're seeking out free attention, like straight up cheap attention. That's why you see all these women on Instagram and Facebook. They're just seeking like little free attention. It's not even fulfilling attention. It's just attention from random dudes. Shout out to Mr. Christian Paul. He's a Apex Predator member. Guys, give Christian Paul a hand clap, man. And guys, if you want to become an Apex Predator member, man, go ahead. The link is up there. Go ahead and become a member. I think the link is pinned. I'll drop the link in the chat as well. Shout out to brother Paul. He says, had a bad experience with a fake virtuous churchgoer in her 30s. It was all a front to emphasize purity, but turned out to be one of the shittiest. Red flags don't lie. So fellas, pay attention. Yeah, man. Got these females in the church talking about some. I go to church now. I want a God. It's usually black females though. I want a God-fearing man. I want a man who I can build with. You ain't looking to build with no man. You looking for a man who's already building who's built something so you can just move in. I said this before, guys. Women don't build; they move in. No woman on this earth will help you build anything. Now she might give you a few pointers and say, like my main chick, she give me like a couple ideas on some titles, but she ain't building nothing for me. Like she'd give me like a couple times, hey, you should try this title out or something like that. And I'll look over and say, I see. Even my main chick, she ain't helped me build nothing. She's counting on me to build. Every chick, they don't assist in helping you. They give you some head and some sex when you achieve things and you've made it, or you really up on the up and up. What happens when main chick turns 30? She turned 30. That's it. She's only 27. I met her when she was what, 25? So I got at least a few years. I got at least 4 or 5 good years. And if she keeps in shape like she's gonna do, it's fine. Like a lot of guys think when I say don't date women over 30, if you met her when she's 26 or 27, 28, that's fine. But if you met this woman when she's 30, 31, 32, that's it. No, I'm not doing it. And I'm going to stick by it. Just like women don't like dating fat guys, just like women don't like dating short guys, that's like women don't like dating broke guys. I'm not dating or being with a woman who's over 30. Period. Now we can hook up and hang out and smash. And here's the thing, if you really put in effort, then I might consider something, I might consider something. Now here's the thing, I have no issues. Let me disclaimer. If you in your 30s or something like that, if you're a female and whatnot, and you try to hook up and hang out, okay, that's cool. But I don't think you're gonna get the provisions of a woman in her 20s. Now, if you breaking bread on me, if you putting in the effort and working, you in your 30s as a female, okay, well, I can consider something, but you got to really be putting in work. LeVar Ball recently talked about dating women in their 30s. He warned they'll still be single. They're single. Yeah, LeVar Ball said it. I love LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball remind me, like, look, I told guys before LeVar Ball came out, my dad was LeVar Ball. Like straight up. It was literally me and my two brothers, so it was us three. And everything LeVar Ball is basically saying my dad has said already. He coached us in basketball, football, track. So when people like are looking at LeVar Ball like, man, he crazy. I just laugh at him like, yeah, right. Right? But guess what? LeVar Ball loves his sons. My dad, of course, loves his three sons. LeVar Ball knows what he's talking about. These chicks have been ran through. These chicks have been smashed. They've been piped down by many different men. And now you want me to pay for that? Have you lost your mind? And what's funny is when you tell a woman this, they don't care. They're like, what you mean? So what? I can change my mind. So you can be a freak and you can be promiscuous, but then all of a sudden you can change your mind? Yeah, because it's those resources. Guys, these single independent women, they savages, man. Be on the lookout. Become an Apex Predator member. If you want to comment, you want to call the show, there's the link. If not, enjoy what we have to offer here. And guys, make sure you get a live stream a thumbs up, man. Give it a like. You in here watching, give it a like. Go ahead and call the show David Quadri. I remember a female called the show years ago and she called herself a goddess. Yeah. These females like, oh, I'm a goddess. That's why, guys, you got to look out. You can look at the women. Like, I'm going to be honest. The reason why a lot of you guys are struggling with women, y'all want to tell y'all why? I'm going to tell y'all why, like, you're dating in a relationship, like, why y'all struggling. It's because the greatest reason is not that your game is off. The reason why you keep attracting low-quality women is because you don't live in an area where there are quality women. I'll say that again. And nobody's going to talk about this stuff. But the reason why most of you guys are miserable with chicks, one, be you on these dating apps. So get off of them. Just get off. But the big reason why is because you live in a low-income area. Low, maybe middle, somewhat in middle income. Where the income is like $30,000. You ain't gonna get no quality woman like that. I'm gonna keep it 100. Now I'm not saying resources is everything, but the higher the income you go, the more of quality you'll get. So check you around in your area. If you live on the south side of Chicago, you're gonna get chicks who gonna do like this and have an attitude. They're gonna be smacking their weave and they're gonna be eating sunflower seeds. You're gonna try to holler them, hey, how's it going? They're gonna look at you like, ugh. But as soon as you start to move around, as soon as you start to move to different areas, you start to see more cooperative, submissive women. Women don't flake off as much. That's what I noticed when you move around and you get in different areas, women are far more receptive. They ain't really that flaky. Now you might get a flaky chick or two, but for the most part, women are not going to be influenced. So let's be honest, look at your area. For everybody that's watching, and just look around and say, man, if you got a liquor store in the corner, no quality women. I know it. Any liquor stores on the corner where you live, you might as well say, ain't no quality chicks here. Ain't no high quality women. All of them will be talking back. If it's a church's chicken on every corner, or if it's a church's chicken in your area, it's not gonna be quality. If it's big meat packing factories. Shout out my you know, warehouse guys. But if it's like a moo and oink, shout out to all my brothers who live in Chicago. If it's a moo and oink around, it ain't gonna be no quality women there. Ain't gonna be no quality women around. If it's Starbucks is around, you know you're gonna get in shape women for the most part. Tim, he said Tim Hortons. If it's a Tim Hortons, listen, no quality. Pay less. Shoe Carnival, ain't no quality around there. Y'all out there, yeah, I'm looking for a high quality woman, and you wonder why she talking back, got a bad attitude. She never around quality dudes. You got to go to Whole Foods, get in that Target. Just look at the income in your area and check out your income. Now, it's different if you live in New York as opposed to you living in Mississippi or you live in Louisiana compared to you living in California. You know, the income is different. But I mean, just look around in your area. Are there any nice homes? Do you see nice homes in your area? If you don't see nice homes, you ain't getting no quality woman. I'm just keep 100. Now, if it's an apartment or something like that, it's a lot of homes. Okay, that's different. But if all you see is high-rise apartments, if there's an Aldi where you live, I guarantee you the chicks ain't gonna be quality. And you're gonna be wondering, like, man, these females ain't submit, man. I'm on my purpose. It's not necessarily about your purpose. It's about the area. See, the dating coaches, they don't talk about this. They just tell you, oh, go ahead, keep approaching, man. Go ahead, keep shooting your shot. Yeah, you got to shoot your shot, but at the same time, listen, look around you. A big indicator is look at the vehicles around. Now, if you grinding and you moving up, if you a young guy, don't take this too serious. But you got to realize, look at the vehicles. I know. Hold on one second, brother. I know for a fact. Hold on one second. If I go to the inner city of Chicago, I'm gonna see a lot of vehicles that make a lot of noise. Dun, 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 dun. We had a stop sign or red light, then we go. Hey, turn the background off of your phone. Right. So if you start to see these, if you start to see all these minivans that's ran down, listen. Here's a huge indicator. If you know there's no quality women, when you start to look at the tires on people's vehicle, if they're used tires that's on there, or spare tires, donuts, you wonder why women playing games and wishy-washy. They never had to submit. They're not around submissive, or they're not around masculine men. They're running the streets. Go ahead, talk to us where you from, brother.
Yeah, it's David Quadri.
How's it going, man?
Yeah, it's going good. Yeah, man, I got plenty of stories for you, man.
Give us one good one.
Man, shoot. Shoot, man. Like on these, I know you always oppose these dating apps, but on these dating apps, like women hate rejection, man. Like they honestly hate rejection. All right, so there's this one girl, right? Basically.
Hey, talk loud for us, David. We can't really hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so there was like one time, like, you know, I was on this app, right? Like, basically, like, she basically like said it was a funny story. So what I basically said to her, she was like, "Oh, hey, what's up? How are you doing?" And I was like, and this is what I said to her. I was kind of rude about it. I was like, "I didn't ask for you." And then I didn't ask for you. And then she started calling me all these things like, "Oh, you use a dusty ass."
Hey, PG.
She was calling me dusty and saying that I have like, you know, basically making fun of, like, you know, my private part and stuff like that, saying how it's small, basically.
Right.
Like, you know, just belittling me. She started belittling me, like, calling me all these names, calling me a dusty ass, and saying how I'd be paying that, but I'm on the site paying, like, you know, bees for, like, peace, like, you know, paying for, like,
Right. Yeah,
It's,
man.
it's, it's
Yeah, these women, when they women, and that's why I said early in the live stream, David, like women don't like rejection. But here's the thing: they want men to approach them. They want men to shoot their shot. It's like, and when women always complain, I'm tired of these dudes that's approaching me. I'm tired of getting cold approach. I'm tired of these dudes DMing me and messaging me. It's like, what do you want us to do? And then you like, okay, why don't you approach the guys that you want? Oh, I ain't gonna do that. That's women ain't supposed to do that. We see how women want to live by this traditional mindset, but then at the same time they want a man to make things happen. Women want to be in charge of the rejection, but they don't want to put in any effort. That's what I notice about today's women for the most part. Like they'll eyeball you, they'll look at you, but guess what? They won't approach you. Like, and that's why. And I know us, man. We got to take it upon ourselves. Like, well, hey, we're always the point. Like, okay, might as well approach. But let's be honest. It's like, if a woman was to approach you, would you turn her down? No. Like straight up, I'm not gonna turn. Like, even if she, I got some sense, but at the same time, like, I ain't gonna turn a woman down. It's like, cause I know, like, man, she putting in effort. Women, they don't care. They look at you like, okay, and they just go about their business. Like they probably exchange numbers with you now, but they are, not even contact you. You be like, it's crazy, but yeah, women can't take rejection whatsoever because they're used to being, uh, they're used to rejecting guys. You know.
No, the thing is also too, like other things I've had, like women who messaged me first too, right? They messaged me first, right? They basically flirt with me. They tell me how handsome. They say, "Oh yeah, you're so handsome." And I said, "Oh yeah." I sent out a picture of them and said, "Like handsome," but when it comes time to like hanging out, they'll give us an excuse. "Oh, I'm busy with my daughter." "Oh, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm doing this." They'll like give me an excuse, or they'll try to charge me a bunch of money to hang out with them. Like,
Right.
dude,
Right.
don't try.
Or that's why these dating apps, like, women, what they'll do, they'll be like, like you be like, hey, we should get together, hang out sometime. Text me, or you're like, hey, just text me, and they'll be talking to you. They'll see like five. They'll see messages like boom, 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 dating app. Then you tell them to text you, and then they just stop. They just don't. You like, what's the point of you even being on here? Like that's why the dating app. I remember I used them. I had got so mad one day. That's how I knew. I said, man, I'm done. I deleted all the apps. I said, because I'm not gonna let no dating app or I should say these trash chicks get me angry like this. Because these women, when I say guys, they'll make you angry. You'll be like,
No, but I've cussed. Like, I know it's not right. I know you always say don't ever cuss, but like I cuss so many women on this app. Like, I use this app called Seeking and Tinder. Like I like Seeking a little bit better because I have better luck. But it's basically for men. Like I don't know if you ever heard of Seeking, but it's basically for men that basically have their stuff together and stuff like that. So it's or like more like who are women who are looking for men to have their stuff together and who can like I guess I don't know. They're just looking for just women who are looking for things for their things together. It's like basically there's a bunch of alphas on there. It's like if you're a financial alpha, it's like basically like. But I use Tinder too. But I've cussed out so many women on Seeking
here's the thing. Here's the thing, brother, David.
because they piss me off.
Right. Here's the thing, David.
Yeah.
And this is what I something I've really worked on in my just over the years. Um, what you have to start doing, and everybody, because us men, um, we get really mad. I want everybody to listen to me too. We get really mad at stuff. It's easy for us to get triggered because one, our testosterone is through the roof, and two, when a woman does something, we're like, why would you even do that? Why would you say that? Like so to us, when a woman does something, it really quickly triggers us. And women understand this. This is why, like, when they reject you or they do something to you, or they say something, like they're hoping that you reply back and get angry because that feeds the narcissism that they have. That lets them know that, oh, this guy, he's mad. So yeah, like I matter. This is why, guys, you have to practice being stoic with these women. You got to practice not replying. And I know it's so hard. Like I've been there on dating apps in the past when I used to use them. Like a female, like something to text you, like, and they say, uh, some silly like, oh, we already messaged you here. What I gotta text you for? And you like, what? and you look there like, and you reply like, dude, and you start just getting kind of frustrated, and you like, and they like, see, you a creep, you a loser. They and they intentionally do this stuff. So guys, what you got to realize, with women,
No, but like the women, they love to provoke the men on it. They love to
right,
provoke people. Like
right,
they like to do things to provoke. Like they say things to provoke you. Like they'll say, "Oh, they'll call you." They don't. They say they're gonna do this. They don't.
right. But here's the thing,
Yeah.
right? Here's the thing, though.
That's why I got my account deleted. That's why I got my account. Like they kicked me off. They said they kicked me off because I was being excessively rude.
Right. Here's the thing,
Excessively rudeness.
Quadri. Here's the thing. We
Yeah.
understand, I understand it, but you got to realize what I'm saying. You have to practice remaining calm and moving on and remaining silent. And I know it's easy for you to get triggered. I used to be just like that many years ago. Like, man, like replying to stuff, like just girls stuff in general. Like some chicks would like come over my place, and then we be hanging out, and then we be kissing everything, we be touching. Then they're like, "Oh, we ain't having sex," and then I'd be like, "What you come here for, man?" Like I'd be like, and I just kind of lash out or something like that, and they just look like. So I started doing. I said, "Hey, let's call it a night." I just
Yeah.
real calm. Hey, let's just call it a night. And then they just, "Are you okay?" Because the reason why they said, "Are you okay?" Is everything okay? Is because they were looking for me to get emotional and mad and frustrated because they didn't put out. But I said, "Oh, I'm okay. Let's just call it a night." And guess what? They got their stuff on and they looking like, and they just left. And then I text me like, "Hey, had a great time with you. Just wanted to know everything's okay." I didn't reply back. See, you guys got to realize something. Never get frustrated with women. I don't even reply to women's comments like in my on my YouTube channel, on the main channel where I got 178,000 subscribers. There's so many women that comment. Guess what? Automatic delete, automatic block. Like I just block,
Really?
block, block. Like this is why you see guys. If you look at my channel, there's no females that comment, or you don't see any females that's on the page that's in the comment section. That's because I automatically delete them. Like boom, I get every guys. I get every comment notification that you guys will ever send. It's a lot of dudes I block, but the reason why I block women out is because they don't bring anything of value to the channel or to the conversation, and what they want is to get to trigger guys. And I know for a fact that a lot of dudes aren't stoic that subscribe to me, so they'll be going back and forth with a female in the comment section. Boom, 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 boom. And when I look, I'm like, "What you going back and forth for?" She's just a she. And guess what? That's getting her. She's getting the attention she wanted. That's why I block every single woman. Now, if she says something like positive, which is really rare, I might leave it up. But nope, I don't go back and forth with women. I don't reply to their messages, and I've been living a peaceful life. So my word of advice to you, brother David, um, you got to practice remaining calm and stoic because um, women are gonna do dumb stuff. Like
And they're so ungrateful too. Like they're so ungrateful. Like basically, like how you say like females are bad. That's me. Like I'm sure. Okay, listen. I'll tell you this. I'm sure majority of guys would love to find a one woman to settle down with, maybe to give the world to, maybe provide her a nice lifestyle, if they could do it. Like provide her, give her the world, provide it, give her the world. Like as long as she's submissive to them, as long as she's a nice woman, as long as she's actually appreciative, as long as she's actually a good woman. I'm sure there are a bunch of guys who would love to spoil a woman, who would love to buy her nice things, would love to just be a nice guy if it was that easy. But unfortunately, today's woman, unfortunately, because like 99% of them don't deserve it.
I'll say a good 98%. I said a good 95, 98% of women don't deserve your don't deserve you guys protection, resources, attention. This is a good 95%. Now there's a good 5% of them that do, but it's like a needle in the haystack. But again, your chances will go up exponentially with getting a quality woman who's submissive, who's cooperative. If you want to get off the date, are you still dating after David?
I kind of got kicked off because they kicked my account off for excessive rudeness.
Okay, are you on any other dating apps?
Um, Currently not right now. No.
Okay, good. So here's the thing: for you guys to stop being so frustrated with women too, get off the dating apps because you got women who just get loads of messages, and they could care less about meeting you, hanging out with you, talking to you. They don't care. Like they're just there. They're just there for entertainment. Just delete
So
the dating
even
apps.
So wait, so even if they message you first, like even if they send you the first message,
Guys, I've been on. I used to be on Hinge a while back, like because Hinge, like they'll match with you, and then they'll send you a message. Like I had this female. I never forget. Here's how women operate, guys. This is how low and dirty they get out. Like I'll message them, or excuse me, like it was this dating app called Hinge, and it was this good looking girl, and we matched and everything, and she was like, "Hey," it was like 3:30 in the afternoon, and I messaged her. I matched with her back on Hinge, and I messaged her like 2 minutes later. Hey, how's it going? What you up to? Do you know this girl did not message me at all until like the very next day at like 7 p.m. Hey, I just been so busy. Ha ha ha. How are you? It was like at 7 p.m. and I messaged her literally like a minute later, like 7:01. I said, "Oh, you," because I'm just trying to catch her. So I'm like, "Oh, I'm just at the gym doing, working out, whatever the case may be." And I asked her another question. Guess what? Didn't reply at all. Waited till a whole day. And then she messaged me back like at like 4 o'clock the next day, like basically 16, 18 hours. And then she was like, "Hey, woo, I just got off work. Such a busy day. Ha ha ha." And I remember I got frustrated. I never forget. And I was like, I messaged her. I said, I'm like, you don't have to play games to get somebody's attention. I mean, I'm like, it's clear as day. You're intentionally waiting almost a day to message me back. And I said, what's the point? Do you know she didn't wait hours like she was gonna do? She replied back 3 minutes later. Dude, relax, slow down, creep. I said,
what?
I said, okay, so that's why I said, you know what, I'm deleting this crap because it's just all a game for women. So it's just literally. So if I would have been like, hey, I'm just doing something, she would have waited a whole another 16 to 24 hours. But I just said, man, I just called out on her stuff, and guess what? Relax, creep. You need to, I'm busy. I got something. Yeah, right. So man, these females, man, it's all a game for them. That's all it
And
is
that's
on these
what
dating
no,
apps.
but that's why I always say the C word. You know, like the C U, like the C, I call a bunch of women I've called so many women the C word.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, David. You're wasting your
Yeah,
time. You know why? Because that's giving them what they want. That's giving them that energy. That's giving them that you're feeding the beast. And what you should do is just don't say anything. Save your energy. Save your efforts. Save all that, and use it on something positive.
because the thing is, like a lot half the time they don't even reply. Like they don't even reply. They just straight up block me. As soon as I said that, like they just blocked me in the dating site. They report me, and then
Right.
that's how I got blocked.
Right. Yeah. So
That's
so
the
so so always remain calm, brother David, and everything you do, especially if you're using the dating apps, guys. I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna deal with headaches. Now, can you get some hookups and can you smash a few chicks on dating apps? Of course, I've smashed a lot of chicks, but I'm telling you, every single one of them was trash. Like
like
they have mental issues. They took medication. They were single moms. They was overweight. They had colored hair. They weren't women that I knew that I wanted to be
with
around.
tattoos.
Right. They weren't women. They weren't
It's
women
very
I they weren't women I knew I wanted to be in a relationship with or just be seen with. Right. So, guys, David, I encourage you guys delete the dating apps and actually start
like
interacting with women in person. You'll see the results.
tattoos is like very masculine for a woman to have tattoos.
Yeah. And,
It's like, and then also, what would you say about a woman who gives you like who doesn't give you her real number? You know, how some women like they don't want to give you their real number. Like
just
they'll give you like a Google Voice number,
just
or they'll
walk
give you
just leave them alone. Guys, you
like
gotta
what
realize something. Um the bulk of the a key to dealing with women is to just not reacting. I notice when you don't react to women in their games, they'll realize either I gotta move on to another guy or I'll come to him and I'll come to him correct. I won't be on no goofiness. Right? So just keep that in mind. All right. Thanks for calling, David. Love you, man.
I love you too, man. Yeah, it was good talking to you. Like I said before too, like when they report me and then when they block me, it's like because I'm after I cuss them out and say those mean things, tell them that their shit stinks or something like that. That's like I usually cuss them out with a cuss word and I say their shit stinks or something like that.
PG.
But
PG.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. But then usually, but you're saying that you usually get a rise. They get like basically the narcissism. They get the energy. So you're basically saying they get the satisfaction that they got me when they block and report me. Correct?
Correct. No,
Because that's
they just get satisfaction off you replying in anger. Because you got to realize, guys, negative emotions are far better for a woman to receive than positive ones. This is why they go for dudes who, who they like guys who would say negative things. This is why, like I told you with the girl that was I was on Bumble with, like I messaged her, then she waited a whole 24 hours. Then I messaged her back, she waited a whole 16 hours. Then she waited a whole 20. So then when I messaged her like, yo, why you gotta, it wasn't negative, but I just called her out. And she, guess what? She replied back in 3 days. She replied back in 3 minutes. That's because women respond more so to negativity than anything. All right? Love you, man. Keep your head up.
all right. You too.
We got a lot of questions. 2.5 years wasted on dating apps. They drain you and your confidence. Yeah. Man, these dating apps, man, they drain your confidence, man. He said the caller is too hung up and salty on these women. Don't stoop to their infantile level. Be strong. The caller needs to get up his text game up. And I'm talking about messaging you back in less than 5 minutes. It doesn't take that long to respond to a text. Oh yeah, dude was arguing with the female in your Instagram post today, Darius. You told him off. Yeah. Yeah, some dude today was like said something like, I guess the female deleted her comment or something like that, but he said something about he tried to go back and forth. That's what I'm saying. Like you can tell, guys, the hallmark of being a high value man is ignoring crap. Like I noticed that, like something and I'm always still working on it. Just ignoring goofiness. Ignoring. Like you're gonna have to remain silent and stoic, especially with women. Oh man, I notice because they're always looking for an argument. Like the guy, I posted something today and a female commented, and guess what? It was a dude that commented right away. What do you like? And I said, what are you commenting for? What do you like? High value men don't debate with women. We don't argue with women. We don't go back and forth with women. If you're not my woman, I'm not going to acknowledge you. Now, if I'm approaching you, that's a different thing. I'm shooting my shot, that's different. But if you're not my woman, I'm not going to acknowledge you. I'm not going to interact with you, especially if it's online, because you got to ask yourself, what am I getting out of this interaction? What am I getting out of telling you off? What am I getting out of replying to your message? What am I getting out of commenting and liking your selfie or your picture? Nothing. Guys, even negative attention is matter of fact, women love negative attention more than positive. Have you seen on Instagram and Facebook where you see women post a selfie and then you see a whole bunch of dudes commenting, beautiful, you gorgeous, man, can I take you out? You see a whole bunch of dudes commenting, but then you see like a couple female friends that she has, girl, you're gorgeous. Guess what? She likes their comment. She replies to her girlfriends, her female friends' comments. She don't reply to all the dudes that say, "Let me take you out. You gorgeous. Hey, sexy. Hey, beautiful." That's because women don't value that stuff. This is why, guys, I don't reply. I don't comment. I haven't liked and commented a girl's picture in like freaking 6 years, man. And I'm 30, like 6, 7 years. I'm 32 years old. It just builds her ego up. And she don't reply to dudes. Dudes hit her inbox. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, y'all got to realize the power that you have as a man is immense. Now, I wish everybody knew this wisdom and stop filling these chicks' egos up. I wish every man did, but let's be honest. Our sex drives are so high that it's hard to, for a lot of men, for most men to not comment on her pictures. Or, guys, make sure you like the stream. We got 297 people here. Let's get to 350 likes in here. All right. So if you haven't liked the stream, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I appreciate it, man. There was a channel that had a woman pretend to be a man and get dates. All it took was 1 week for her to know how hard it is for a man to feel like she was getting psychological damage. Yeah, it can be psychologically draining out there in the field, man. This is why, guys, as you get older in the game, you'll limit just in life. You'll limit the goofiness. You'll try to limit the crap because broken women. There's broken women everywhere. All they want to do is bring you down. All these women on dating apps, they broken. All of them. They all hurting. They all need it. They're hurting. They don't want to submit. They need a man to take care of. They need a man to actually unleash the pain that they've been feeling for months or years. So now they'll get on a dating app and just reject dudes, reject, because they know they're not quality. That's why these women never want to meet you, because they know they trash. Have you tried to notice on dating apps, you try to talk to a girl, you say, hey, let's hang out. Never want to meet you because they're trash. They're low quality individuals. Men who are confident don't need a dating app. I'm gonna keep 100. Men who are not afraid to interact with women in person and go for what they want, they don't need a dating app. Women who are actually attractive and fit don't need dating apps. Women who are emotionally stable, who are not damaged like that, don't need a dating app. Now, granted, there are some damaged women that aren't on dating apps, but for the most part, women who are more of quality are not on dating apps. Men who are confident are not on dating apps. So what does that tell you? Women who are damaged mentally, who are overweight, who are trash, they're on dating apps. Men who have no confidence, no charisma are on dating apps. They belong together. Men who are not confident, they belong with trash women. They belong with women with low self-esteem because you got low self-esteem as a man. Men who are confident with high self-esteem, who know what they want, who value their time. Guess what? They know how to interact with women, and they know how to scout women to see, this girl, they can read women to see if she's, that type of girl they should engage in conversation with. My girl cousin has Tinder and talk to guys to get them to her OnlyFans. Yeah. This is just, go to my OnlyFans. Have girls, I seen girls on Tinder and different dating apps. I'm not on here. Go if you want to message me, go to my Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and message me. You like, why do you need that? I used to date. And all it is to fill these chicks' egos up. That's why, man, guys, you gotta literally protect your attention, because women need that. They need that validation. How do you change you having low self-esteem? Here's how you change you having low self-esteem. Number one, get off the dating apps. Get off. Just get off. Number two, go to the gym. You got to work out, because that's going to cause you to be around other women, other people, and you're going to actually be around fit women. Like, going to the gym is key, because also you can talk to women who are in shape. You can talk to women who are fit. You can talk to women who, you can just be around women. Even if you don't really talk to them like that, you can just be around them so you can know how it feels. A lot of guys, they're like, the only time you talk to women is if you're on a dating app. No, get in the gym. So number one, get off the dating apps. Number two, get in the gym. You're not only working out, but you can cross paths with an attractive girl. Chop up some game, talk a little bit or whatever, or you can just be around them as a whole so you can see, okay, this is what it's kind of like. So you won't be like weirded, like kind of like nervous when you go like to a mall or something, you're around a girl, and you're looking like, oh, I never really seen a girl, I never been this close. No, you at the gym, you around them all the time. All right, that's number two. Number three, to get rid of your low self-esteem, you got to start talking to yourself, man. You got to start telling yourself positive things. And you have to get rid of, here's how you get rid of low self-esteem, a big one. Stop talking to women who don't like you. This is key. Guys, give the live stream a thumbs up, man. Let's get to 350 likes. Let me drop some wisdom on y'all. The reason why you have low self-esteem and you don't have any confidence is because you're engaging in conversations and you're talking to women and trying to hook up with women who don't like you. Because if you had high self-esteem, you would realize, oh, this female is playing texting games. This female is trying to play hard to get. This female came to my house. She ain't trying to have sex like that, but I still kept her here. I still said, hey, text me when you get home. I'm still engaging in the conversation with her, even though she came to my house, she ain't put out. That's low, that's contributing to your low self-esteem. As opposed to she coming to your house, she ain't putting out, okay, I'm gonna put you out. I'm deleting your contact information. So you have to build certain habits to have high self-esteem. You can't have sex with overweight women. Stop. All y'all that's listening, stop it. This is why you have low self-esteem. Because you have as a black man, because this is just permeating through the black community. Black men are literally getting the lowest of the lowest women in the dating community. We get overweight women, we get women with bad attitudes, we get single mothers, we get women who talk back. It's like I have to break that curse, me as a man. So you have to really look around and see what you're entertaining, what you're allowing in your life. And if you start to realize, man, I'm supposed to have a date with a girl tomorrow. Let's say you guys got a date with a girl tomorrow or Friday in a few days. And she texts you like 2 hours before the date. Hey, I can't make it. Sorry, I'm stuck at work. This is going to be a test of your self-esteem. What you going to do? You going to reply back and say, oh, it's okay. It's all right. Let's just reschedule. What you up to Sunday? Low self-esteem. A high self-esteem man will see that text message, won't say anything. Ignore, silence. A high self-esteem man, a man with high self-esteem, he'll see that. He ain't gonna reply back. He won't get mad. He won't get frustrated. He won't be like, man, girl, man, you a waste of time, man. You crazy. You ridiculous, man. See? Because guess what? She got you. Emotional trap. See, women got thirst traps and emotional traps. I might have to do a video about that. See, a man with high self-esteem, he'll look at the text message, delete. He just keep moving, go interact with women who actually on this program. And then if the girl does text them back, which most women do, after I say, hey, I can't make it, sorry. They'll text you usually like 2-3 days later, hey, what you up to? A high self-esteem man, nope. So what? You try to re-engage conversation. You had your one chance. See, if you have high self-esteem, you give people one chance. I'm not giving you no 5-6 chances. I ain't trying to say, hey, okay, I'll give you it's okay. It's just female nature. No, forget that. You get one chance with me. Because women know what they're doing. They not dumb. Women aren't foolish. One chance. We set a time, we set a date, place, you show up. If you don't show up, I don't care how good you look. I don't care if you got the biggest butt. I don't care if your breasts are huge. I don't care how good you look. Nope. Because here's the thing. Let's say you have a track record, right? Of performing, I should say, of doing things that a man with high self-esteem would do. Let's say it's been 2 years. You got rid of females that have been playing games. You ain't rescheduled no dates. Let's say you meet one female. And in that 2 years, after 2 years, you meet a female that looks good, and then she hits you with the, hey, I'm sorry, I can't make it today. I'm gonna have to cancel something. You're like, man, this girl look good. You gonna look at your phone like, well, I can make an exception. No, men with high self-esteem don't make exceptions for anybody. So you'll make an exception, and guess what? Boom. All that hard work that you put in for those 2 years to build your self-esteem up and your standards up, it's all going down the drain when you give her another chance. Don't make an exception for these women. Because guys, I'm gonna be straight up and down. They're not worth it. Not. Now, there's a small percentage of them, but I'm telling you, they're not worth it. A woman who cancels a flake, she's not worth it at all. She's just not. A woman who plays texting games, she's not worth it. Now I can see if she, texts you every 3 hours, maybe 4 hours tops if she's at work. But anything after 4 o'clock, 4 p.m. And let's be honest, these women ain't working like that. They work in all these little office jobs. Women are always checking their phone. They're always checking their phone. Always checking. They got their phone in their back pocket. You guys gotta realize, man. Make sure you're protecting your self-esteem. Yeah, I'm taking phone calls. Shout out to Mr. Ram X29. Call the show. Make sure you type your last 4 digits. We don't want nobody else calling. What's the last 4 digits on your cell phone? So I can know what to pick up. We already have about 10 people trying to call. I told y'all, man. If you want to call, become an Apex Predator member. Click the link up top. We have a new member, Bad Juju. Shout out to Bad Juju for becoming an Apex Predator member. Garrett says, okay, 1718. What do you think about girls who are emotionally damaged? Should I just smash and go on away and not get into anything serious with one of them? Yes. If she's emotionally damaged, just smash and keep moving. But you have to be able to. You can't be like, oh yeah, I'm a smash and then I'll see what things going. No, just smash, keep moving. That's it. Like, I'm not trying to save you. Go ahead, talk to us, man. Yo. He took trigger. Call again, Ramex. Yo, go ahead, man.
Yo, I had you on mute. All right, man. So I got the situation with this girl. We've been on a few dates.
How old is she?
The funny thing is
yo,
we go out.
Yo, how old is she?
She's 25.
She's 25. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30? Why'd it take you so long?
30.
Okay, 30. Okay, you're 30. She's 25. Is she Hispanic? What is she? Mexican? White? What is she?
No, she white.
She white. Okay, white. What's taking you so long? You're Hispanic.
It's taking me so long because of the delay. Let me stop hearing you from the speakers. Let me hear you from the phone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So basically, the situation is that let me just gather my thoughts together. So
okay,
basically, we've been on a few dates. And
how many dates? How many dates?
3.
And
3.
Did you pay for all 3? Be honest.
No, actually, the first, dude, I'm being 100% real with you. The first day, we went out and she gave her car at the same time I gave my car, and the lady just took hers. The second time we went out, I paid for lunch, and then we went do some fun shit, and she paid for the fun shit.
Hey, keep it PG. No swearing. I gotta get this monetized.
I got you.
Go ahead.
So basically, every time we go out, she will just fuss about something, and she's like, "No, I have to pay too, because I'm not here to. I'm not here for you to pay for me. Like, I'm here to have fun."
Okay.
Basically, we have kept it clean. So by watching your videos, I have seen every situation. You're like, yeah, like, the woman has to best in you, and also. Another thing I want to add, I live an hour away from her. And my mechanic shop is in her town. And she drove me all the way back to my town.
Okay.
When I had to drop off my car. The thing is that is going on, she is not letting it go, if you know what I mean.
She's not what?
She's not, she's not willing to go down right now.
Oh, she didn't really have sex? She don't want to have sex
Yeah,
yet?
but yeah, basically.
And how long have you guys known each other? Or talked?
About 3 months.
3 months.
But the thing is, I do not talk to her all the time. I go like you know how you tell me you only talk to them when you are gonna hang out.
Correct.
That's all I do. We didn't have for real plans one time. She was like, "Yo," I was like, "Yo, what you doing this weekend?" I'm not gonna say what she works for, but she works for the government.
Okay.
So she's like, "Yo, I don't know yet. I'll let you know." And she hit me up the day before, "Yo, I won't be able to make it. We hang out next weekend for sure. Next weekend for sure. 2 days before Saturday, she hit me up like, "Yo, just come pick me up at this time. I see you then."
And what were you
So,
guys gonna do? What'd you guys do?
well, we went laser tagging.
Okay.
Actually, it was fun, and then we went for dinner, and we went, and she introduced me to some of her friends. I dropped that off, and I went to my house. That's it.
Okay. When did this happen? When did that day happen?
Last weekend.
Last weekend. And so this past weekend, so 2 3 days ago, or the
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And when you dropped her off, did you go for a kiss or anything or?
I didn't went for a kiss. I'm just, just keeping it neutral. I'm just gonna, if she wants to, she's gonna make the first move.
No,
At
no.
that
Hold on,
point,
hold on,
no.
hold on, hold on, hold on. You're wrong. See, that's what's happening, and I'm glad you called because some guys might be going through this. You have to realize, brother, that she's an attractive girl, correct? Let's be honest.
Yeah, she goes to the gym. I can tell you, she can deadlift over 600. Not 600,
Okay,
335
okay,
pounds.
okay. That's great. I don't care if she deadlift. She can't
Yeah,
deadlift.
I got you.
Here's the thing. And TJ McAvoy just said she's just using. No, she's not. See, that's why game is important, guys. She's not using him because she did pay. What's happening is just like I asked, did you try to go for a kiss? No, because he's not escalating. And he said, "Oh, I'm just gonna make it neutral," which means you're trying to kind of keep it friendly and platonic, and you're not trying to make things happen for whatever reason. And
I
and his thing for a woman, she knows that you're hanging out with her because you want to have sex. So if you don't make the move or get physical or talk about something, bring up sexual anything, or say, "Hey, come back to my place," if you don't do that, she's gonna get turned off and she's gonna be like, "Why is this dude not, trying to go for a kiss?" Yeah, because y'all go through laser tag and now you on this friend zone type of thing.
But the thing is, the first time that we hang out, I went straight off for the kiss, and I kissed her. But when you give a girl a kiss and she's kind of like, I don't know about it.
How'd you go for the first time y'all hang out? What y'all do? What y'all?
We went to an arcade.
Okay, y'all went to arcade, and then
Yeah.
you so at the end of the arcade you tried to go for a kiss.
We talked for like another hour, and then at the end I gave her a hug, and you know how you just grab a girl's head, not chin, and go for the kiss.
Right.
I did that, and it was a little awkward. So
She kind of pulled away basically.
she didn't pull away, but when women don't reciprocate the kiss,
Right.
yeah, that's what happened.
Okay. And then after that, she went home. You went home. Now, let me ask you this: have you ever brought up anything sexual with her in the 3 dates or over
Uh,
text?
oh, I rarely text with her. I haven't really brought it up, to be honest.
See, that's what's happening. You y'all going on dates. She's putting in effort. That's good. You ain't the only one paying. The key component that you're missing is you aren't well. You did it the first time because that would have been a kind of red flag for me. Like if I'm trying to go for a kiss, if I go for a kiss and you kind of like she kind of stiff necked and everything, and she ain't turning her head. She like
Yeah, like she froze, and I can see that she's
yeah, she's probably
little
nervous a little
shy.
bit. Yeah, she, no,
Yeah, because the same thing is like as you say, I'm 6'2", I work out. I can tell you this, I got out of a relationship 5 months ago. So basically, I'm getting back in my game by listening to your channel and everything.
right.
So I'm putting into practice what you said. One thing I want to bring up to you, because you said people need to approach women,
Correct.
and I know you all post dating apps. But what you think about people using dating apps as practice because we all know that it doesn't work, but you need to learn your game.
Here's the thing about the dating apps, and I've been on them. You you and I don't I'm not on them anymore. You guys can, if don't rely on dating apps as a crutch, because to meeting women, because if you start meeting a woman here, a woman there, what's gonna happen is you'll just rely on that, and you're gonna see women that you find attractive. You're like, well, I could just go to dating app. Forget that. I ain't gonna talk to her. And you're not getting your conversation skills, and you're becoming more socially awkward the longer you use dating apps. This is why I said just don't use them, period, so you don't get caught up in that. Because I'm telling you, even if you're like, yeah, I'm gonna use dating apps, but I'm gonna talk to women, you'll start to realize, man, I could just talk to women on dating apps. Forget it. I ain't gonna approach, and your game starts getting off, right?
Right.
So guys, if you want to use dating apps, because I did in the past, I can't say I didn't. I met a lot of women, but I know there was not one woman that I met on a dating app who I would actually approach in real life. That's the thing. Or I would want to be seen with or be in a relationship with like that. There was mostly sevens, like a couple eights, but they was crazy. A lot of fives and sixes. Like that's just. But and his thing, the reason why I get more success with approaching and interacting with women in person, because you they're usually more in shape. They're usually more women are more attractive in person. Plus, they don't play any silly games because it's right there. They can see your energy. They can see how you are. They ain't hiding behind no screen, no phone, and things usually progress in a positive way. But back to your situation, what you have to do is you got to get sexual with it, man, because you don't want to get caught up in this friend zone sort of platonic thing, because you met her friends, okay, fine, and you dropped her off. This third date, man, you should have smashed. It should have been the first date. You should have been like, hey, you want to come over to my place? That would have let you know if she was actually into you. Because this thing, guys, a lot of y'all gonna go on dates. Guys, make sure y'all like the stream. Give it a thumbs up. A lot of you guys are gonna go on dates this weekend, first dates and everything. And you're gonna go out, and then you're gonna take her home, and she's gonna go home. Why not invite her back to your place? Why not just say, hey, you want to come back and watch a couple movies? That's gonna tell you right then and there her interest level. Dates mean nothing. It's something cool for you to do, but if you want to know if a woman is truly into you, if she ain't hanging out with you between those four walls and the sun is down, I don't care. Y'all can go laser tag. Y'all can go to Disneyland. You can go to Six Flags. You can go to Paris. You can fly to the moon. If y'all ain't hooking up and kissing and touching and eventually having sex, nothing else really matters. Here's the thing. She could have paid for every single date. Because there's women that will do that. They'll pay for dates. I had a consultation with a dude that was dealing with a girl like that. She paying for stuff, but he invited her back to his place, and she just giving excuses. She gave like multiple excuses. But she always used to say, hey, I'll take care of dinner this time. And the reason why women do that is because they don't want to fully submit. Like I said early in the live stream about an hour ago, the hallmark of a woman submitting is her giving her body to you.
Yeah, when you said that, I was thinking about this. Like I'm like, they give up all their power when they do that.
Correct. They give up all their power because that's the most valuable thing that they have. So when they give that to you, and that's the easiest way for a woman to become emotionally attached to you, when y'all are having sex and doing y'all thing, not like going laser tag, and that's cool, but your focus should, yes, okay, we had a good time. Listen, you trying to come back to my place and hang out? If she says, oh no, I'm good. Okay, cool. I know where we stand. That's
yeah,
it.
well, she changed because the first date is like, yo, let me go to your place.
You said that?
I was like, yo, this day was supposed to, yo, let me go to your place. Let's watch some. She likes anime, so I'm like, yo, let's watch some anime. I can cook something and we can have fun. And then Then a few times later, she hit me back. Oh, hey, let's just go out and do something with my friends, and then we can see what we're gonna do
You
afterwards.
see what I'm saying? Just like you said. So the first date you tried it on her, and then she was like, she basically kind of agreed, but then she said, "Oh, let's go out instead." So she switched the plans. That means she ain't. That means her attraction level is not through the roof for you.
All right.
It's not high
Yeah.
enough. It's kind of like maybe lukewarm or kind of low. But when you should have stuck by it, you should have been like, "Oh, I'm good." If you want to come over my place and hang out, still, you're more than welcome.
Like right now, I'm just letting it be. We talked a little bit on Sunday, and after that, I'm just gonna be
What y'all talk
just
about? What y'all talk about?
Sunday we just talk about how we have fun and things like that, and then we comment about some anime that we're watching together, and then that's it. I comment about an episode, and then she never answered back, and I just let it be. Like I didn't double text or anything. If she wants to talk to me, she will reach back out.
So you commented. So you were the last one to comment, and what was this Sunday? You said.
Yeah,
So it was a couple. So 2 days ago, and she ain't replied. She ain't hit you back yet, or nothing like that, right?
yeah, but she's seen my Snap stories, so
So what?
yeah.
That's another thing. Snap stories that mean nothing. What? I don't even give women my Snap stories or my Snapchat. I don't give them none of that. I don't add them on social media because that's just free attention. So here's what needs to happen. And here's what's happening. Because right now she views you as more boyfriend material. She don't really. You're just a date guy. Because women like dates, man. Women like a guy to take them out and do things and talk to her about anime and man, you should talk to her about what you should be asking her is, hey, what's your favorite position? Do you watch porn? What's your favorite genre? That's what I get into on a first date.
I can tell you this. I came from a relationship that I can tell you things didn't end up the best way. Um, I had a good girl and I cheated a bunch. So I'm just trying to rewire some things. I don't know what you think about that, but yeah.
Well,
So I'm yeah,
that's water under the bridge. That situation over with. But the thing about it
yeah.
is, this is a new situation. Okay, let me ask you this: Do you want her to be your girlfriend?
To be honest, I really don't know. She's cool. She's hot, but right now, I really don't want a girlfriend. To be honest.
Okay, so you want to hook up then, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're treating her like a girlfriend by going on these dates and stuff and talking about anime and meeting her friends. That's boyfriend material. So she's molding you for that,
I got you.
right? And most likely, I'm gonna be honest, man. Women like to have sex, right? So as
Yeah.
long as they get something from it. So you're doing all this boyfriend stuff. You ain't getting no sex. Like nothing ain't happen physically. That's what you want, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
hey,
Exactly.
so here's what you need to do. You need to let her know, hey, do you have any plans, this weekend or Friday or Saturday or Tuesday? Hey, let's get together and hang out. Let's watch some anime. You can come over to my place. I'll cook some dinner, yada yada yada. If she declines, just go deal with another female.
All right.
Just get rid of her. It's enough dates. I don't care if she paid for the next 10 dates. Enough. Doesn't matter. We ain't having sex. We ain't hooking up. We ain't getting physical. What are we waiting on? What she's doing is trying to mold you and use you as a date boy. Because here's the thing, guys, and y'all got to realize that all y'all watching, it's very, very hard. It's extremely hard for a woman to get attention from a guy when it's not sexual. It's hard for a woman to get non-sexual attention. So what women like to do, this is why like they put guys in a friend zone because they want attention, but they're tired of being sexualized. So they'll do this with guys for like dates and everything. Y'all just going on dates. You try to invite them back, and they say, "Oh, let's just go out somewhere." They know you want to hook up. They know you want to have sex, but they know like, man, uh, I ain't been on no date in a while. I ain't had to do like me for me, even though women boring as hell, and they
Yeah.
they
Her job is mostly men.
oh so
So
her job is she's basically around dudes, right?
yeah, but it's military. So yeah.
Okay.
So And she has ranks and everything, so she's used to bossing people around and shit like that. And I did a few share of law enforcement back in the day, so we get along with that too and everything. So it's just a lot of shit going on when it comes to all of that. But I appreciate all the advice, man.
No problem, brother. Listen, remember, you can text her tonight or text her tomorrow. Hey, you got any plans this day, this day? Say, let's get together, hang out. That's gonna let you know everything you need to know about the situation y'all got going on. She gonna come over and hang out. Y'all can watch some anime and y'all and make sure it's at night. Y'all have sex, hook up. If she ain't about it, you keep it moving. And no more dates. None of this talking about stuff and you gotta go. Right?
Another thing is, most of the times we hang out around when she gets paid because she always wants to pay. But just
that's fine.
Because I find that funny.
His thing, that's fine. Cause I'm telling you, I had a conversation with a brother. He does plastic surgery. Shout out to him. I forgot. I ain't gonna disclose the information, but he does. I had a conversation last week. He does plastic surgery, and he was with this. He was seeing this girl, and they had went on like 5 dates. And he was employing my method because the first day he was like, hey, let's hang out, let's have some dinner. And she agreed. Then she switched and said, hey, how about we go out? And guess what? Instead of him declining, instead of him saying, no, I'm good, and ended it right there, he broke his blueprint, like I was telling him, and then he, guess what? Followed her lead. Now she's in control. So he went out and everything, he paid, and then he tried to do it again, invite her to his place the second time. And she was like, okay. And then she switched it again. She says, hey, how about we meet halfway? I'm kind of tired a little bit. How about, and guess what? He went halfway. And then she got back in contact with him a third time. And she was like, hey, how about I treat you and take you out to eat? And guess what? She took him out to eat the third time, the third day. And he said, hey, how about we come back to my place? And she agreed. Then she says, hey, guess what? Didn't go. So you guys got to realize the first time a woman declines, that's the foundation right there. So it's either you can go along with her foundation and her plan, or you can just cut it off, cut your losses and move on to other women. Because I'm telling you, however you start with a woman is how you're going to finish. My main chick, guess what? Right to my place. The first time we got together, hung out. Went straight to my place. She came straight to my place, smashed. We went to a park, walked around. Then I cooked dinner, whatever, and we smashed again. Guess what? Submissive. She's giving me herself. Guess because her interest was extremely high. And there's been other women like that just came over, we hooked up and everything. But that's when a woman has extremely high interest. When she doesn't have high interest and she's like, and she has her own agenda, she's trying to make you her little boy toy, or she's just playing games,
or she's trying to mold you to the kind of boyfriend she wants you to be. Basically, yep. I see where you're going. It's like if I keep doing everything, she wants to see if I'm worthy enough to be her boyfriend or some shit like that.
Yep, she will mold you, and that's what most women want. Most women want boyfriends, guys, because what they're gonna do is let me say this. When I say most women are broken, they've been with a lot of dudes who, like, they went over their place and they smashed, and then they never heard from the dude again. So now she's trying to make you pay for it. Like, okay, you know what? I ain't gonna do that now, even though she's done it with other guys before. Now, it's not your fault that that's happened to her. That's a new day, but she's trying to women trying to get a boyfriend, man. Like, it's sad how they go about it. It's funny, but they be wanting a boyfriend, even though they don't want, like, as a man, you ain't trying to go down that route. Women know we don't like commitment like that. Like, I ain't trying to commit to no female. I'm trying to hang out, have sex, have a good time, and keep it moving. But women, what they'll do, they'll try to do anything they can to manipulate you and make it seem like you're into the situation. You want her more than sex, but to be honest with you, you really don't. Y'all see how it kind of works? Like, that's why women say, like, oh, let's go on a date instead. And you're like, okay, all right, let's go out. And even though you want to hook up, it's kind of like they're lying to themselves. And they're it's crazy. That's how women think. But thanks for calling, brother. Love you, man.
All right, man. Take it easy. Thank you.
Yeah, man. These females be like, how do I explain? How do I explain it? And I did explain in the video. What women try to do, how they get boyfriends, is they know us men want to have sex, but and stay with me, guys. They'll try to say, "How about we get to know each other more?" And you're like, okay. So you be talking to them and texting them and stuff, and to them, it's them basically uh, manipulating themselves and saying, "Oh, this guy likes me." It's like, dude, you're freaking boring. Like these, like women, they don't have no, they're boring. Like, guys, a woman having a personality is like a guy having confidence. That's like women don't have. They just like boring. My main chick, she boring, man. Like she probably listening. You're boring. My main chick, yes, you're boring. Now she serves her purpose and everything's cool. She submits. We laugh here and there about certain things, and she might send me a couple articles or something like that. But women are boring. That's because they're not really meant to. The guys, female comedians, they're boring, aren't they? Let's be honest. Like now, here's the thing: I like peace. So when my chick comes around, it doesn't matter if she's, don't say much. I don't care. She usually comes around and she vacuums. She wash dishes. I don't care. I'm not looking for my chick to come around to entertain me. I'm looking for her to serve and please me. That's it. That's one thing. I'm not looking for you to make me laugh, like, or she might show me a meme or something like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll throw it up on my Instagram page or something like that. But women are boring in general. But what most women try to convince you is that they're more fun, that they're actually more exciting than they are. That's why they try to like delay sex. You're like, come on, man. You go like just think about this. You on a date with her, and like you sitting there across from her, like, yeah, and in your mind you're like, man, dude, I'm trying to smash. Like, and you sitting there laughing like, oh, really? And I remember I had one on this date. Like, I had got together with this female. Here's how funny women are. Guys, make sure I like the stream. It was a while back, and I remember I had told her, hey, let's get together and hang out. Come over to my place. That's I cook some dinner. We'll watch a couple movies. She was like, that sounds really cool, but how about we meet up at Starbucks first? And then we can go there afterwards. I promise. And I'm like, all right. So we meet up at Starbucks. And she knew that I wanted to smash. Like she knew. Like every woman knows. She knew I wanted to hook up, have sex. So we at Starbucks. I never forget this girl. Women are so boring, man. Like she was just talking about goofy stuff. And I'm sitting there like, oh yeah. And I knew she had to know that I didn't care about it. Like she was just, it was so pointless being there. I'm like, and then like we was there for like a good 2 hours, man. And then they mopping and everything, and they get ready to close up. And I'm like, all right, let's get out of here. And only reason why we left is because like the Starbucks was about to close. We got to like a 7 p.m. and then it was closing at like 9. And she was just talking about goofy stuff, and I'm sitting there like, and I knew I just wanted to like, man, let's, all right, ha ha ha. Oh man, and I chimed in here and there. She just like she was just like dumb. And then we leave and everything, and then ironically somehow like she lived like 2 blocks from that Starbucks. I'm like, that's kind of convenient. See, that's the thing. She knew we was gonna have sex, but in a woman's mind, she's trying to convince herself that she's more excited than she really is. And she's trying to convince me. It's like, dude, we could have just went to the place and had sex. We wasted 2 hours. So I never forget, we get to her place and everything, and I go inside and it's like, And then she started talking to me, and then she touching on my shoulder a little bit, and we sitting in her bed, and she was like, um, um, she said something about she ain't had sex in like 2 years. Like, and I'm sitting there like, bruh, you don't gotta lie to me, man. Like, I don't care. Guess what? Guess what? She just took off all her clothes. She was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So I'm sitting on her bed and everything. And then she go to the bathroom. I think she just go to the bathroom. She go to the bathroom. She don't got no clothes on. She come out butt naked. And I'm sitting like, yeah, right. Right? And then so I'm sitting there. And I'm like, she's like, this is one of my favorite spots right here. Like she had like a little ottoman, like she had like a type of chair. It was like a heel. Have y'all seen one of those chairs, guys, where a woman's like it has like it's like a heel, and it's like a comfortable chair, but it's like it has like a heel here, like a shoe, right? And then we sitting in there. She like showed me like her favorite position to get banged at. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, okay, like so you waited basically 2 hours. We just talking about nothing, and me sitting there basically ha 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 ha, and then all of a sudden you say, "Oh, I ain't had sex in 2 years," but you come out of it. You say, "I'm going to the bathroom," but you come out naked. Like, okay, and that's what women are, man. They just you just gotta laugh at her, man. Like she knew I wanted to smash. She knew it was gonna happen. She just wanted to make it seem like, oh, we're actually going on a date. That's what women like. They want to make it feel like we're going on a date. This guy actually likes me. Man, I don't freaking like you like that, man. I'm trying to smash. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They born fruit. They be bad. Juju said they born fruit. They be copying all my wordplay and having similar interests shortly after hanging out with me. All of a sudden now they act just like me. Women are copy and paste. Literally, they copy and paste, man. All they good for is sex. They just have their ways of playing hard to get. Yeah, let's be honest. They can't come up with an original thought or continue a great conversation. That's what the boys are for. Yeah. Goofiness, man. The Patreon link. Hey guys, if you want to join the Patreon, man, I'll put the link up. We got a lot of exclusive content on there. Christian Paul said, I know I ain't the only one. Christian Paul said, yes, I dated a chick with one of those heel chairs. Yeah. Like it got the little heel, it is comfortable. And it's like it's just a heel chair. And she like, I never forget, she bent over like on it. I'm like, and I was like, it was a good looking heel chair because it was pink. And she was literally bent over on the chair. I'm like, man, I was like, man, I'm about to nail you, man. So then I take off my shirt, you know what I'm saying? Take off my little clothes and, you know, nailed her. Hey, man, guess y'all like the stream. Give it a thumbs up, man. Yeah, I got so many stories, man. No, it was like guy, you could probably type it in on YouTube or on Google. It's like a chair, like a heel. You know, like a pump or like you know how the chicks got like this the heel and this, you know, and it's like a chair, just an oversized chair. Okay. And then that's a freak chair because that's like a diva chair. The reason they do that there is to act like they are promiscuous and accept responsibility. So they will put up last minute resistance to absolve themselves and make it seem like only you wanted it. Exactly. That's what these chicks do. Shout out to Kane Heinlein. Good observation. That's what they do. Last minute resistance, so it make it seem like, oh, like you like, come on, man. And they're like, okay. Oh, you wanted, like, to make it seem like that they're really wanted. Like you really, like, come on, man. Like these guys, man, females are laughable, dude. Like they are laughable creatures. Guys, make sure I donate to the church. Michael says it will get better. Shout out to Michael. Thank you for contributing. So, guys, if you want to become a Patreon member or if you want to become an Apex Predator member, go ahead, click the link up top that's pinned. Also, guys, make sure every one of you are subscribed to my main channel. We got a 160. Excuse me. We got a For the main channel, we got 178,000 subscribers and counting. I guarantee you by the end of May, we're gonna be by May we're gonna be at, or I should say May, yeah, we're gonna be at 200,000. So here's the link to the main channel, Darius M. Go ahead, follow me or subscribe. I'll follow you, bro, on Instagram. You don't gotta follow me back. What's your Instagram? Go, guys, go to the community tab or just comment your Instagram, Kane, and I'll follow you right here. All right. Anybody that's Apex Predator member, you get a follow on Instagram and Twitter. Kane. Yeah, man, these chicks, man, you know some. It's just really. That's just the female though, man. It's like you just gotta laugh. It's just really laughable, the silliness, the type of chicks that they are, man. Part of the game. They want to make it seem, man, yo. These females, bro, they be. Okay, same profile pic. All right, I'll follow you, Kane. After this live stream on Instagram. All right, guys. Any other questions? Apex Predator members, you know the floor is yours. Just tell them what they want to hear and just smash and go on your way afterwards, and don't give them attention or validation after it. Yeah, women are relationship driven. They love that stuff, man. He said, "Oh, what's the story I have for you guys?" Oh, story time. Well, you guys got to give me a topic, though. That's the thing. I got so many stories. You guys got to give me a topic. Apex Predator members, comment. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the main channel. Oh, Darius M, excuse me. And subscribe to this channel. Make sure you click the bell so you'll be notified when I do drop content. You can get it right away. About the club. Like what specific? I never forget. You guys gotta be specific about these story times, man. Hey, as long as we stay around 350 plus viewers, we good to go, man. Yeah, a quick story. Have you ever met a female celebrity? Candace, she ain't no celebrity. Well, to some people, like Candace Parker, she played in the WNBA, and she went to this high school called Naperville Central. It's in Illinois. It's probably like 45 minutes from Chicago, but I saw her. Man, she ain't no celebrity. My cousin actually dated her, which is funny. Shout out to him when they was in high school. But yeah, I ain't met no, like, I don't even care about me no female celebrity, because guess what? Are we having sex? Like, we hooking up? Like, what's going on? I don't care if she a celebrity or she an average chick is walking down the street. We ain't hooking up. We ain't do what we meeting for. Heck, is she gonna put me on with any of her friends? Right? Somebody said plausible deniability. Women test men to see if you are aggressive, confident, or a passive beta boyfriend type for, like a job interview. Yeah. That's just the female. Women are always testing to see if you gonna make the move and be straightforward. That's why, man, I just like guys. I could tell. I just come on over my place. Hey, you trying to hang out? You want to come over? Oh no, let's get to know each other. X, because you're not gonna try to boyfriend me like that. Oh, here's the thing. These females, they can't even go nowhere. For like, I just say from where I live, like it's cold here in Chicago. Where we gonna go? Ain't nothing open. Due to COVID, everything shut down. So there's no excuse for these women to say, "Oh, let's go out to eat." Even if everything was open, I still wouldn't take them out to eat because I'm not gonna be that guy that's gonna just take you out and, oh yeah, that's it. Here's the thing, because I want to hook up. I'm trying to make something happen. Now, maybe down the line, if everything cool and I'm feeling like that, we'll go out to eat or something like that. But I ain't leading with my dollar first. These females take advantage of all types of dudes, man. You try to lead with some money and say, "Oh, let me take you out." Man, they'll eat off you, then go have sex with the dude that same night or the very next day. The dude ain't giving them nothing. I'm telling you. They do it all the time. Women don't, and they have no remorse either. I'll say this: the majority of dates women go on, they're not really into the guy. Y'all hear me? The majority of dates that women go on, they are not into the guy at all. They're just there to have a good time. They're there because they tired of getting banged by dudes and they just trying to they want to get treated like a lady for a change. So you're just a prime suspect. You're just an easy target. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go out, you pay, you get the, you hold, you put your coat over her shoulder. Man, women love that. You walking her to her car and you opening the door. Okay, you drive safe. And she looking like, you like, okay, text me when you get home. Women want to hear that stuff, man. But they're not attracted to that dude. They ain't trying to have sex with him. They just, they just want to hear that stuff. You know what I'm saying? If got a female friend, tell her how they treat guys. You'll have a good laugh and learn from it. You ever dated someone from hood like O Block? Dr. Robbie Ranks? No, I never did. I mean, I talked to inner city chicks, a couple females from Inglewood area, but I never dated. I mean, they're not. You can't date those females. Like females that's from O Block or just inner city. You don't date like inner city females. Y'all just hang out, probably smoke or drink, have sex. Like there's no like future in that. In like the women from the ghetto or lower income, ain't no future in like y'all holding hands, y'all going out and stuff. It's just like, hey, you trying to smoke? Or a chick's like, okay, let me get a bottle, and y'all get together. She come over and stuff. Y'all smash, and she go about her business. There's not like any dating. Y'all ain't really holding hands, and because that's the only thing these inner city ghetto chicks know. You got a bottle, or you gonna smoke me out. And then it's like that's the rite of passage. Okay, or you get her a Wendy's 444. You know what I'm saying? You get her a bottle, or y'all get a bottle, or you get her a Wendy's 444 meal, and then you already good. You're gonna smash. It's like nothing. No, Instagram is Darius M Network. So guys, make sure everybody likes the stream. If you haven't already done it. Okay, you said yeah, I found it all good. Yeah, Darius M Network. If any Apex Predator members that I haven't followed, right? Uh, how was your Navy experience? It was overall good. It had its ups and downs. I'll say this: being out to sea was. I never got seasick, but it was like um, the first time I woke up, or I was out to sea. They had because I had got to Japan and then they had helo because my ship was already in the Philippines, so they heloed me out to the Philippines. Well, me and like a couple other dudes, and then I got to the ship, and then like I basically was sleeping and everything. I got my rack, and then when I woke up, I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm tilted this way, and I'm bumping against stuff because my first time being out to sea. We already out to sea, so I woke up out. We overall, but um, it was it was fun. It was the only reason why being out in the Navy is not fun is if you have a girlfriend. Like that's what I noticed why um it wasn't. If I would have knew what everything that I know now about the game and women and everything like that, I would have most likely did just 20 years. I would have did my 20 years because um uh I would have just stayed single. That's number one. Number two, I probably would have, the duty station I was at, it wasn't great. It was Sasebo. That was trash. It wasn't trash. It was just really, small, right? So, but being in the Navy, the real bad thing what will stress you out is when you have a girlfriend or when you have a wife because you don't know what she's doing. And if you're a really young guy, like you 18, 19, 20, 21, like this new territory. You don't know if your girl getting smashed out. You ain't, she ain't text you. You don't know if your wife getting banged. You don't know what's going on. But if you're a single man and you free, like it's nothing because you just going into different ports. You go to Thailand, you go to these different places, and you just smashing chicks, and you don't got no attachment and nothing like that. You just what I'm saying. You going to Australia, you going to different spots. You pull in, you just free. And when I had broke over my chick when I was over in Japan after 2 years, like that's what happened. I was just free. I was slanging pipe, smashing chicks. Like sometimes we'll pull into. I remember I pulled into Thailand one time. I smashed like 3 chicks in one day. Just me and my buddy that was with me, we were just nailing chicks. We'd get up in the morning, meet a couple females. You know what I'm saying? And it was easy for us to talk to them. Hook up, smash. All right. They be trying to stick around. We're like, all right, we gotta go. And then we meet a chick around like in the afternoonish. Then before we about to go back to the ship, we smash another chick. It was like because our testosterone was through the roof anyway, so we can go rounds. At 20, 21, 22, it was nothing. How would you compare women in other countries versus U.S.? I'll say this. I really miss. Now, I never want to go be back in. I'll say this. I don't want to be back in the Navy because I want to get women. But I'll say this. It's a huge perk. Like all this flaking stuff, I never got flaked on. I never had a woman cancel on me on overseas. Um, I mean, I had that one female that was some goofiness, but every other woman that was been overseas, it was just easy, man. Like, man, it was easy. It was like nothing, man. It was. I think about it sometimes because it's been what a little over 10 years, a decade. But I'll say this, man. I really appreciate foreign women. I really, really do. Like foreign and feminine, cooperative. Like females here, man. You like, oh my god, you pull it. It's like an arm and a leg. Like it's always something. Like, come on, man. Like, but foreign women, they're extremely feminine, extremely submissive, very, you know, family oriented. They not now. This might be some women overseas now. I'll just speak when I was just 10 years ago, when feminism wasn't rampant like it was 10, 12 years ago. Like the women over there, man. All I got to do is shake my head because when I start thinking about all the good experiences I had and all the femininity and the light voices, the softness of those women over there, it really makes me, you know, puts me in a different place sometimes. But compared to women that's here, I mean, you got to have so many tactics living here in the United States. Like, man, you got to have this tactic. You can't. You got to watch this behavior. You got to like. I never when I was overseas, I never worried about like any behaviors or anything like that. Now here in 2021 United States, you got to like move a certain way. You got to text a certain way. You basically you gotta exude certain qualities. You like, man, you almost like you became a different person. Like here in the States, you're not even who you really want to be like that. Now you are to an extent, but like certain things you want to say or necessarily do, it can be off-putting to women, right? So you got to just kind of remain calm and chill and kind of ease them into your, your sort of ideology in life. But overseas, I didn't know about a pickup artist or a dating coach overseas. It was just I meet women like, and that's the thing. It was no. I think MySpace was on back then when I was in 2007, 2008, 2009. But I never used MySpace to get women. I just, what I'm saying. I just talked to women, and just hooked up and we had a good time. Easy. Canada is better, kind of. Shout to Michael. Big brother, shout to Pharaoh of MK. When I was in Poland, I'm tired of American women and them buying me kid cuisine and bake with TV dinners. Oh man. Have you been to Europe or South America? I've never been to South America. I've been to Australia. How would you compare? Southeast South Southeast Asia region is definitely easy mode to get girls. Like, and the reason why it's so easy to get women overseas is because they're just feminine. So when you interact and approach, it's kind of like they just fall right into your lap. That's why like a lot of guys have a hard time approaching women here because they walking around at the university just in general and they walking around like they already think they better than you anyway. And they're walking around with a masculine sort of attitude. So you try to say, hey, how's it going? They're looking at you like, because majority of women in the United States hate men anyway. Let's be honest, they don't even like men like that. They're just like, I'm gonna be honest, they don't like men like that. It's just the way it is. But guys, make sure you get his live stream a thumbs up, man. All right, if you were here. It's part of the game. It's part of it. 4 women know how to cook. Like these females, man, they more submissive to their cat and their dog than anything. Another thing, 4 women are not overweight, and when they use Tinder, they message you to meet up. Yeah, that's another thing. Like I heard from guys like they use Tinder, like they gonna meet up with you. Like women overseas don't even be on that goofiness. Like it seems like you got to go through like 25, 30 different women on dating apps for them to actually meet up. You're like, yo. Like women on dating apps, from what I've heard, guys say they meet up right away, right? All right, other than that, guys, love you, man. We dropping a video tomorrow. Appreciate everybody who contributed, who supported. We out of here.